What do you say, everybody? Hello and welcome to Thomas More Stadium. It's another three-game series between the Florence Yalls and the Schaumburg Boomers. The sun is shining down on the field. We welcome you to the Fifth West Brewing pregame show on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN, as well as the Florence Yalls Radio Network. Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Howers. We take a listen to our national anthem. Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. We are ready for some baseball here at Thomas More Stadium. The Yalls against the Boomers, a battle of some playoff teams, Ben. This is going to be an exciting series. The 46-35 Boomers, leaders of the Midwest West Division. The Florence Yalls taking them on. The 47-33 Florence Yalls finally playing baseball at Thomas More Stadium once again after a long rain delay postponed that Lake Erie game last night.
Yeah, what an intriguing series here. Two teams that, two times they faced, we got a sweep. One from each side, each of them coming at their respective teams' home stadium. It's also probably two of the hottest teams maybe in all of Frontier League baseball since the All-Star break. The thing about Florence, this is going to be a little bit of a test. This is the first time Florence is playing a team since the All-Star break that is over 500. Windy City, that three-game series, they've been teetering around it, up and above. But Schaumburg been comfortably over 500 for quite some time now. That's the first time Florence plays somebody like that.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting series, and I think it changes the landscape of everything. Even with that postponement last night, all of a sudden you're lined up for, superstar against superstar right now, ace against ace. Nathan Lawson against Cole Cook. Lawson, obviously the scheduled pitcher for yesterday. Didn't happen. Now you're going to throw him against one of the best teams in the Frontier League in a game where, Florence obviously gets their first look at some playoff experience in a little bit of time. Finally facing a team over 500, and it is going to be exciting. Kind of a litmus test, I think, for me to, just really seeing what they're all made of. Leading off for the Schaumburg Boomers, the shortfielder Alec Craig, batting second, the first baseman Kyle Fitzgerald. In the three slot, the designated hitter, reigning Frontier League MVP Anthony Calarco, batting cleanup, the left fielder Kellen Clark. In right field, batting fifth, Banks Tully. Batting sixth, the second baseman Chase Dawson, returning to the Boomers. In the seventh slot, the catcher Jeff Nickel. Batting eighth over at third, Will Prater, and rounding out the center fielder, Cole Smith. It is a talented Schaumburg lineup. Florence swept them in the first series of the season here at Thomas More Stadium. That was without Anthony Calarco. Florence then went over to Schaumburg. They got swept in that series with Calarco. He made a big difference in the momentum shift for Florence versus Schaumburg. Obviously, entering that series, Florence had a spectacular record against Schaumburg in 2025, 11-1 against them. Started off the season with a sweep. Schaumburg finally got things going. We'll see what we get here today at the start of this three-game series, Ben.
Yeah, it's an interesting, kind of thing that Florence has really had Schaumburg's number for the most part until that last sweep. Now, there's a couple things to consider. You mentioned they were very injured when Schaumburg got swept by Florence. When the Yalls got swept by Schaumburg, that was when they were probably playing their worst baseball of the year. They were in the middle of their longest losing streak of the season. So I think that definitely, you got to take that into account too. Both teams are playing really well, playing their best baseball all year long. So this is a really good test.
First pitch is in there for strike to the lefty, Alec Craig. We are underway at 7:02. We're ahead of schedule here, Ben.
We are. And,
it's not every time we open up
I'm not upset with it, for sure.
Open up the pregame show in the national anthem.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1, fouls it away quickly up 0-2. Nathan Lawson this season has been spectacular for Florence. He enters today with a 5-1 record, a 4.83 ERA, has kind of taken over into an ace role. Obviously, he had the complete game shutout against Gateway back on July 31st. His last time out against Sussex County, 7 shutout innings.
Yeah, you could take your pick of which one you want more, which one's more impressive. Being able to go all 9, save with the bullpen, or not giving up a run, it's still a very good amount of 7 innings. Eye test, look absolutely outstanding in both of those appearances. Been working on a little bit of a cutter, which has been using as his main fastball and been a big reason he's getting outs.
That one's fouled away. Count stays 0-2. Nobody out. Florence in the cream jerseys with the red flow caps. Schaumburg in the black jerseys, gray pants, black and orange caps. It's Pirates and Princesses night here at Thomas More Stadium. The final bluegrass blowout of the season for the Yalls. It's brought home a good crowd. It's finally excited to see some clear skies and sun as well. 0-2 fouls it away. Alec Craig, a big on-base guy. One that obviously works a lot of walks. He is the Schaumburg franchise record holder in walks. Someone that's always going to battle when it bats. Lawson has him 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, ground ball right side, fielded on the back end is Zeisler covering at first. Lawson, it's in time. A PFP 3-1 on the putout. There's one away to open up the ball game.
Yeah, Lawson's getting a lot of ground outs. That's the biggest thing for him, is keeping the ball low in the zone. That's another thing that the cutter does really well. Also been able to limit the power much better in his last couple of starts. Remember, that's 2 really good starts. That's coming off of, one of his worst starts of the season that came against Windy City when they really needed him the most. And it got off to a 6-run lead early in that game, and Lawson just couldn't make it out of the third.
Kyle Fitzgerald digs into the right-handed batter's box, 274 with 7 homers and 55 RBIs. Fitzgerald, another one of those staple pieces of the Schaumburg roster. Guy that you've seen in years past. Him and Calarco form a formidable 2-3, especially with Alec Craig usually able to get on base at the top of the order. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball over towards the shortstop. Swallowed up. Throw on to first after a bobble is still in time. Dylan Baker with a nice recovery.
That one hit hard off the bat. Really impressive by Baker to be able to stay with it.
That'll bring up the reigning Frontier League MVP, Anthony Calarco. He has had a dominant season, 309, 14 home runs, 70 RBIs just a season ago. Shattered the single-season record in Frontier League history in RBIs at 119. And he's already back to a nice pace. Missed some time. And, those 14 homers, 70 RBIs, that is certainly impressive. Top of the zone in there for a strike at 91. 23-44 on the spin rate there from Nathan Lawson. Good arsenal for Lawson. Comes at you with that fastball, cutter, curveball, slider, and change. The 0-1 skies it down the right field line, but well foul over towards the Sweet Shack.
It's got a little bit of that orthodox batting stance.
Yes. A little bit of like a squat over the plate.
Yeah, bat kind of coming towards.
Like a lefty Kevin Euclid.
Yeah, I like it.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, fouls it off just barely in and out of the glove of Zach Beadle. Could not hang in there. They're going to give Zach Beadle a little bit of time. Let's take another look at that. Yep. Zach Beadle caught that off the hand.
Well, hit the ground first and then came back up.
Off his wrist.
He probably was in the starting lineup yesterday. Probably enjoyed that extra off day with the rain delay after taking a beating on Tuesday.
He was their player of the game even after that beating. Lawson delivers the 0-2 slider over towards the second baseman. Blomquist gloves it. Throw on to first is in time. And a 1-2-3 frame from Nate Lawson to start this ball game off. Florence gets their first crack. When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. What do you say, everybody? The bottom half of the first is always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable. That's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com to find a branch near you today. Cole Cook, the former Frontier League Pitcher of the Year, as well as the ace of the Schaumburg Boomers, toes the rubber for the first time against Florence in 2026. I've seen him plenty times in my 2 years, now 3 years here. He is a pitcher's pitcher. Never going to blow you away with anything, but just makes you miss. And that is where he has thrived throughout his illustrious professional career. First up for Florence will be the center fielder, Cole Brandon, followed by the second baseman, Brett Blomquist, and the captain over at first, Hank Zeisler. It's the same lineup that we had actually planned for yesterday. So you'll see Richardson, Bobo, Broussard, Brodell, Baker, and Beadle to follow. It is a lot of B's in this lineup, Ben. Seven of
9, yeah. It's pretty ridiculous.
On the pine today will be Milo Rushford, Kyle Harbison, and Oscar Serratos. Mentioned before, y'all's in those cream jerseys. Lefty-lefty battle opening up. Brandon fouls one away, up and over into the stands. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, I mean, the pretty ridiculous thing about Cook, if I had to just pick one, almost 100 strikeouts to 25 walks this season. Almost 4 times as many Ks as walks.
He is a impressive pitcher, and one that has been doing it for a while. The numbers this year, I mean, 7-7, right around a 4.89 ERA. 4.58 actually. You know, it seems mediocre, but even at that point, that's, you know, still some of the best in the Frontier League. And, you know, like I said, if you face him the one time, you're usually able to get him and figure him out that second time around. So if he's been playing teams, you know, multiple times, obviously this is the first time against Florence, and we've, you know, now the 7th time we've played him.
Yeah.
Just didn't line up. You play him again, you're able to, you know, see him around. Now he has faced Mississippi 3 times in a row. There's a grounder over towards the second baseman, gloves it on 2 hops. It's in time. 4-3 on the put away. It's 4 groundouts to start this ball game. His first time against Mississippi, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs. The next time around, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, just 3 Ks. He's now faced Mississippi 4 times this season.
Well, Schaumburg's, out of their last 15 games coming into this, 9 of them have been against Mississippi.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Kind of like that stretch that Florence will have against Lake Erie coming up.
So he was a starter for a 2-start week, and then just a little bit later faced them again, is how that worked out.
Yeah, because they played him in a 6-game series.
The 1-0 to Blomquist, punches it out towards shallow right center field. Smith, the center fielder's all over it for out number 2. Let's take a look at that defense for the Boomers. Clark in left, Smith you just saw in center, Tolley in right. In the infield, it's Prater at third, Craig at short, Dawson at second, Fitzgerald at first, and Nickel behind the plate. Now to bring up the captain, Hank Zeisler. If you remember from the last series, Schaumburg plays a wicked shift on Hank Zeisler and Brendan Bobo. They force them to go opposite field. I mean, it is just a wide open hole through the left side. First pitch to the captain is in there for a strike. Lefty-lefty battle. For those listening in on our YouTube audio stream, the third baseman hugs more of the third base line. Shortstop is just wide open. The original shortstop is on the right side of second base, so more towards the second baseman. That one's grounded right in perfectly into the shift. Craig on the other side of the second base bag does glove it and throw it on to first in time to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 frames from both pitchers. We head to the top of the second, scoreless at Thomas More Stadium. When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the second is always our umpire intro, brought to you by Pella Window and Door. Looking for a clear view of every call? Trust Pella Window and Door to bring you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the ump won't miss a thing. Nathan Lawson, a 1-2-3 frame in the opening frame in the first. Kellum Clark, Banks Tolley, and Chase Dawson, the next to face him. 4-5-6 to up for the Boomers. The lefty Clark will dig in. It's been 3 groundouts so far from Lawson. First pitch to the lefty, misses outside on the off-speed. Lawson did have a start against Schaumburg all the way back on June 16th. It was the second start with the Yalls. 4-1 record, 4.1 innings pitched. 1-0 misses outside. 9 hits, 7 runs, a walk, and a K. That's the tied for the most amount of hits he's allowed this season, and it's the most amount of earned runs he's allowed. Florence lost that game 7-4. Certainly has changed the tide since those early starts for Lawson. 2-0, hard hit into center field. First hit of the ball game for either club. Ooh, and Brendan Bobo misfields it in right center field. That'll allow Clark on to second. Under the glove of Bobo. Could not get to it. He did have the chance to cut that off and hold him to just a single.
Yeah, we've seen some issues defensively for the outfield, but overall it's been pretty good this year. And Bobo's been especially someone who hasn't made many of those mistakes.
Brings up Banks Tolley with a runner at scoring position and nobody out. First pitch, curveball bends in there, not called, 1-0. It was a theme for the first few starts for Lawson. You're like, man, he's got some loud outs, you know. They're just seeing him well. He really changed the tide in that fourth start. Windy City picked up his first win as a starter. 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, no walks, and 4 Ks. After that, he was always very good.
Yeah.
You mentioned, obviously, the second time around against Windy City, one of his worst starts. Then, dominant since then. Complete game and 7 shutout innings. Back-to-back wins for Lawson. Here's the 1-0. Grounds it right in front of home plate. It'll be a foul ball.
There's been some weird reasons why, it does feel weird that Windy City start was literally 3 starts ago because it feels so long ago, but there have been some delays in when Lawson's pitched because it kind of went with a 6-man rotation last week. And then fast forward to this week, you have the rain delay. So it's been, he's had a full 7 days of rest, which, sometimes can be a good thing, sometimes can be a bad thing.
1-1 over to the third base side, fouled. 1-2.
To have too much rest.
Am I seeing things? Banks Tolley, does he wear a face mask?
It looks like it on the monitor. Yep. Got that softball full-on helmet.
Must have got a broken nose at some point or something.
Yeah.
I broke my nose, and they tried to make me wear one of those LeBron masks.
Those are sweet.
Yeah, those were sweet, except mine was way too, big. My hat couldn't fit on right. 1-2, fouls it away.
I don't think I've ever seen someone in baseball wear a mask like that.
And so I remember also I tried, hitting in it, and once you turned, it didn't turn, with your face, so I was, looking through plastic. It was terrible, so I just didn't hit with anything on.
Didn't want to go with the Tolley mask?
Didn't want to go with the Tolley mask, no. I also didn't know Banks Tolley at the time. 1-2, skied it, behind home plate. It's going to be out of play. We'll do it again. Ooh, right on top of the press bucket.
We're going to get one before the season's over. I'm calling it.
It's going to be during that playoff game.
Everyone's going to go crazy when I grab it down here in the corner.
When you jump through the tarp. Fall onto the cement, but hold the ball up. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Nice pitch outside. First K of the day for Lawson. One away with a runner in scoring position for Chase Dawson.
Yeah, talk about a great time for a strikeout. It just went with a really good pitch right there. A lot of horizontal movement on that. Got Tolley to chase.
Chase Dawson will dig in. Just recently re-signed with the Schaumburg Boomers. Played in the World Baseball Classic with Nicaragua. .125 batting average there. That one's fouled away. So far this season, just 3 games with Schaumburg. Did pick up a home run already, 3 RBIs. But hitting a .82.
Yeah, those are my favorite stories. I've talked about it on the broadcast. Guys in the league, Frontier League, who were playing out in the World Baseball Classic.
The 0-1 off speed in there for a strike. Last season with Schaumburg, 26 games, 211 average, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. 2024, he was very good. 289 average, 770 on OPS, 96 games there. Played all 96 for him. Good defender as well. He has been with Schaumburg all the way since 2019. 0-2. Behind home plate, out of play. This one's going to land on the awning, but all the way to our left.
It's not impossible, and I'll say that. I mean, that one didn't go quite. If that was right in front of us, didn't quite go far enough,
That was a medium hop. You would have had to extend over.
Which I'm not afraid to do.
Yeah. No, you would have had to hold my legs.
It's pretty hard to hold your legs while I'm also trying to catch the ball.
So Wyatt will have to hold our legs.
Both of our legs.
Yeah. 0-2 misses downstairs.
We could just throw Wyatt out at it if it gets too short on the tarp.
Could use Wyatt as an extension. Hold Wyatt's legs.
Yeah.
Or just create a 3-man chain of all the analytics guys and
climb across them, or
really go get one. Here's the 1-2. This is outside. A nice change up there from Nate Lawson. Runner in scoring position, 1 away. Dawson, 4 seasons at Valparaiso. Was in the conference change for Valparaiso, 2016 to 2019. Went from the Horizon League. 2-2, skies it out towards center field. Brannon all over it coming in. Splash into the red leather mitt. 2 away. Horizon League, and then it transferred over to the Missouri Valley Conference. Got any experience in the Missouri Valley Conference?
Personally, no, but it's been known to be a pretty good baseball conference. Used to have Dallas Baptist in it before they changed. Missouri State's had some really good seasons before they switched over to Conference USA.
Jeff Nickel, the catcher, stepping in for Schaumburg, 2 away, runner on second. First pitch, skies it out towards center field. Brandon is racing in, trying to get there. It lands in no man's land. An RBI single for Jeff Nickel on just a bloop into the right center field Bermuda Triangle. Schaumburg takes a 1-0 lead.
I believe it should be an unearned run as of right now, too. Let's give it a double to Clark. That's an earned run, but still probably one that shouldn't have come across yet.
Yeah. One that he wouldn't have moved if you cut that off in the gap for sure.
Yeah.
Ground ball, base hit up the middle into center field.
Now he would have scored there.
Yeah, there you go. 2 hits in a row. Runners first and second, 2 away. First pitch swinging from Nickel and Prater. The 7-8 spots of the order. That'll bring up Cole Smith to round things out.
Yeah, bottom of the lineup's been the frustration for Florence pitching, not being able to take advantage against 7, 8, 9. And you get an RBI single, and then that single to follow it up from the 7 and 8 hitters.
You almost got out of it. Now you find yourself in some more trouble here. Cole Smith, bottom of the order. I mean, a very small sample size, but a 3.01 average. No homers, 21 RBIs. First pitch is in there for a strike at 89, bottom of the zone. You're listening to the Florence Y'alls on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'alls Radio Network. Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Howler. Excited to have you here for Pirates and Princesses night. Ben, did you get one of the All-Star toothbrush holders?
Not yet, not yet. I saw a picture. Definitely want to get my hands on one of those.
Get it in your nearest bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's one of the more unique minor league baseball giveaways you'll see. Not everyone gets a, toothbrush holder out of their head of their mascot.
Out of their water tower?
Yeah. Out of a water tower, nonetheless. Comes with its own water. And 0-2. Slider outside, no good. Pirates and Princesses t-shirts also on sale in the Team Shop General Store.
I think the progression next step is next year get just a All-Star toothbrush giveaway.
And that's how you do it. Toothbrush topper after that.
Yeah.
1-2, swing and a miss. 2 Ks in the inning from Lawson. Schaumburg picks up the first run of the ballgame. It's a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second. Florence trying to get it back when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the second inning always brings us a look at our Thomas More scoreboard. Always a scoreboard partner, Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today at thomasmore.edu. Florence went down in order against Cole Cook. They'll face the 4-5-6 Richardson Bobo Broussard. Ground out to second, fly out to center, and a ground out too short for Cook against the first three for the Yalls. 1-0 Schaumburg leads here in the bottom of the second inning. A little bit of a longer delay. Had to wait for the catcher Nickel to put on the gear. So we're just finishing up the warm-up pitches here for Cook. Beautiful day, which is a sight for sore eyes after overcast the entire last series. The face of the Florence Yalls, Zade Richardson, steps in. Ended up going over in that series against Lake Erie, but didn't have a chance to get his first hit of the series on that last day, just yesterday there. Had a home run at Schaumburg back on June 17th, a 2-run shot. First pitch outside, no good, 1-0. Richardson still hitting .341, which is incredible. 9 homers, 47 RBIs. 1-0 fouls it away. Although Richardson went 0 for 8, still fantastic job barreling up balls. Just could not find any green out there. It seemed like everything was at an outfielder. 1-1 fouls it away again. 1-2. Richardson is a guy that has seen Cole Cook before. Years past, obviously. This being the first start for Cook against Florence this season. That one misses upstairs 2-2. Cole Cook was out of Bradley University. Graduated in 2019. 2-2, grounder down the third baseline, a foul ball. Started his Frontier League career with the Southern Illinois Miners in 2019. Pitched 5 starts there, 3.92 ERA. Then he went over to the Pioneer League and the American Baseball Association. He had 16 appearances, just 4 starts with the Gary South Shore Railcats in 2021, before returning to the Frontier League with the Slammers in 2022. 2-2, misses outside. 3.22 ERA, 11.7. 19 starts, 117 in the third innings, pitched 109 Ks. And then he went in 2023 with Joliet again and did it again. That one skied into center field. A base hit for Zade Richardson. Just like that, he's in the hit column. Florence gets a leadoff base runner aboard. That will bring up Brendan Bobo. Lefty-lefty battle here. That 2023 season for Cook was just phenomenal. And that's all I had heard when I joined the Yalls in 2024. He had a 2.23 ERA across 20 starts.
It's pretty good.
137 innings pitched, 131 Ks to 28 walks. That's unfathomable.
Talk about just someone who manages the game so well.
And then Joliet couldn't retain him. Goes over to Schaumburg the very next season.
And he broke the franchise record with Schaumburg the next season, his first with strikeouts.
Yeah, 135 Ks there. It was 6-5, but still a 3.76 ERA across 122 innings and just 38 walks. He's not a guy that's going to walk a lot. That one's high and inside, no good.
Richardson here, not surprised to see, though. Not going to keep him over many games in a row like he was on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Certainly not. That one's fouled away on the slider, 1-2. 7 seasons of independent ball for Cole Cook. 48-27 record, a 3.7 ERA. 120 games, 105 starts. 683 and 2/3 innings pitched. 664 Ks to 174 walks. Just 1 intentional walk at the time.
Wonder who it was.
I wonder. 1-2. Punches it out towards shallow left field. Clark is racing in. It's going to drop in front of him. Back-to-back hits for Florence. Runners first and second and nobody out.
It's a really good piece of hitting for Bobo. Just throw your bat out there to pitch outside, and a little bit of baseball evening itself out after Schaumburg got a hit similar to that nature in the top of the inning.
Let's see what Garrett Broussard can do in his first plate appearance. But, yeah, that might be the lowest exit velo I've seen off a bat from Bobo. 69. Yeah. Seems like even when he's flailing stuff out, it's still like, oh, how is that 100?
Yeah, we've had that a few times.
Gare Broussard enjoyed a nice series against Lake Erie. Picked up a 3-hit day on Tuesday. Came back with a 1-for-3 line. He finished 4 for 7 with an RBI, 4 runs scored, a walk and a K. First pitch in there for a strike, bottom of the zone. Was about a half-inch low. Richardson on second, Bobo on first. Nobody out. 0-1, misses outside. Cole Cook taking his time here. Runners on base. It's a guy, similar to Yannick Villalobos, similar to Zach Westcott. They know when they need that double play.
Yeah.
Try and get themselves out of it. They know when to calm down. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Cook will strike you out, too. Knows when to dial that up.
Of course. Incredible strikeout numbers. Shadows, fully covering home plate to the pitcher's mound. So it shouldn't pose too much of a threat, but it looks like the top part of the body there for Cook is in the sun. A 1-2, misses outside. So at a certain point with that arm angle, you could see the sun probably reflect on the ball.
Yeah.
And maybe that could cause some just deception in your eyes, especially yours.
That'd be a lot of deception.
2-2, swing and a miss on the off-speed. First K of the day for Cole Cook. 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up Marcus Brodell.
Got Broussard to chase on that 2-strike pitch. Just put it in the dirt. Couldn't lay off.
Marcus Brodell had a great start on Tuesday. Was not in the lineup for Wednesday. Was not scheduled to be in the lineup yesterday. And he was the lone change for Florence. Came in for Milo Rushford. That moved Brandon from 7 to 1. And here you see Marcus Brodell in the 7th slot. First pitch upstairs, called a strike. Brodell 1 for 2 with an RBI, 2 runs scored and 2 walks. That on-base percentage is amazing at .441 and a .506 slugging. The 1 fouls it away.
Yeah, he's done an unbelievable job this year at the plate in all kinds of ways. Combining the power with the ability to get on. Walks a lot. But you're going to see him fill it up with some doubles, some homers.
And the average is, always increasing. 282 now.
Ball screams off his bat, too.
Yeah. Lefty-lefty battle. Kick the 0-2, bounces in the dirt. 79 there, 25.75 on the spin rate. Yeah, Ben, I got to tell you, I'm not impressed with the new font here on TrackMan. I have no idea what happened.
I think it's just Times New Roman on TrackMan.
It's weird.
I don't know why.
Look at second, the 1-2. Brodell punches it in the infield. Behind the pitcher's mound. Cole Cook is calling it, and collision as Alec Craig ran into him and hit him on the back of the head.
That never feels good if you're a pitcher.
You never see the pitcher end up with the ball on an infield pop. Craig, the captain of the infield, was taking charge and ran right into him. Now you'll see the athletic trainer and manager come out. As Cole Cook is shaking his head, but he does give a thumbs up.
I'm not sure exactly where the contact was made there from Craig. I mean, that is the shortstop's ball, through and through, middle infielder. Tell your pitcher, get out of there.
Seems to be fine. Manager and athletic trainer will head back. Probably a scary sight there for Jamie Bennett, field manager.
Yeah, certainly.
The Schaumburg Boomers. It's their ace out there.
Look back at second. First pitch to Baker. Misses downstairs. It's 2 away. Runners first and second. Florence had runners first and second. Nobody out. Didn't play any small ball to move them over. Find themselves in this slot now. Waiting for a single from Baker or Beadle. Baker skies one out towards right field. Tolley all over it. Makes the grab. Florence picks up 2 hits but can't do anything with it. They trail 1-0 as we head to the top of the third. It's time for Tettemer Trivia when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the third always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. A 1-0 lead for the Boomers. Back up to the top of the order for Schaumburg. It's Alec Craig, Kyle Fitzgerald, and Anthony Clarko against Nate Lawson. Gave up 3 hits and a run in the second inning after a 1-2-3 opening frame. Ground out to first from Craig his last time up. In the lefty batter's box. First pitch. The off-speed misses outside. Top of the third always brings us our Tettemer Trivia. Way it works, I read a question top half of the third. Give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Florence_Y'alls, or R-Tettemer9, R-Tettemer9. Florence_Y'alls. Base hit through the right side of the infield. Just like that, Alec Craig is on the board. Leadoff single for the Boomers. Tettemer Trivia. Ben, are you ready for the question of the day?
I think so.
This one I had penciled in for yesterday, and it was going to make more sense yesterday. It still works today. Phillies played the Twins in the Field of Dreams game. I had to switch the wording to yesterday. I had it tonight. Phillies played the Twins in the Field of Dreams game yesterday. I want to know who hit the first home run in the inaugural Field of Dreams game back in 2021. That was the first time Major League Baseball had played the Field of Dreams game. My hint is just saying the teams that played, in case anyone forgot. It's the New York Yankees versus the Chicago White Sox. I want to know who hit the first home run in that inaugural Field of Dreams game. And I also have a bonus one. How many home runs were hit that day?
A lot. Balls were juiced.
The 1-0 skied right side, foul territory. Over is Zeisler. Looks like he is under it, and he makes the grab for out number 1 to retire Kyle Fitzgerald.
Who hit the first one? I want to say there were 7 hit, I think. 5 to 7 range is where I'm at. Tim Anderson's got the classic one, the walk-off. I know Giancarlo and Judge both hit one, I think. What you got to ask yourself is who was healthy for the White Sox during this game? That's always been the question around that 2021 time. Could it be Yohan Moncada? I just don't know.
That one's fouled away.
I'm going to say it's a Yankee. I'm going to say it's Giancarlo, I think, right now. I'm not going to remember specifically, so it's kind of just.
And I didn't want to give too much. I didn't want to give too much away.
It's a good one.
Two teams. And if you could figure out how many home runs there were, that also just gives you a 1 in whatever chance it is. That one misses outside.
All right.
1-0 the count to the lefty Calarco. Grounded out the second his last time up. We'll take that again.
And you were happy with how the Field of Dreams game went last night?
Was very happy. How about vintage Nola? 9 Ks across 5 innings. 1-1. Fouls it away 1-2. Nola was, has sub 3 ERA in his last 5 starts.
Well, I don't know if that might have changed it, but qualified pitchers, he's the ERA leader, whichever way you look at it. Or at least was before that last start.
Sorry, what?
Leading in ERA, the highest ERA.
Highest ERA.
Yeah.
1-2 misses upstairs. Still allow the most home runs by a good margin.
And the most wins for all active players who have played their careers with one team.
2-2. This is downstairs now. When you were doing that trivia, I was at the dinner table in the beach house and enjoying some mango and mango pizza. But we were having a lively conversation at the table, and everyone, it has to be Nola. Has to be Nola. Runner takes off at first. That one's skied high, but well foul on the payoff pitch. We'll do it again.
That was my first one, and I really wanted to. I thought it'd be fun too because I always make fun of you for picking a Philly. So I thought going with a Philly on the first question would be.
It's great.
Be fun. But you gave 2 answers, so you said Nola or somebody else.
Yeah, so you go Nola. You go the first one. Just saving my skin if it wasn't Nola. Runner takes off again. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Say grounder. Not in time. A strikeout there of Calarco, though. So 2 away and a runner in scoring position. Alec Craig with a stolen base.
Beetle has not been afraid to put that ball on the ground, throw it to second. Just a laser one-hopper over to second. This time it just hit the mound. So obviously you're not going to have a great chance after that ball bounced a couple more times than he would have liked. That gets a little past the mound. It might one-hop and maybe have a chance. I don't know. Craig's got some wheels.
Kellum Clark had that line drive into the right center field gap. Ended up getting a double on it after a misplay from Brendan Bobo in the gap. Allowed it to go all the way to the wall. Now he screams one into the kid zone.
Oh, that's always scary.
104 off the bat.
104 off the bat into the kid zone.
As they're gearing up for the Once Upon a Child kids run. What's it going to take for you to go down that slide, man?
Clinch miss, I'll do it.
Clinch miss is what you called it?
Yep.
Never
heard it before?
I have not.
Mary Clinch miss?
Shocked a Reds fan has heard of it.
We remember it exceptionally well when it does happen. That's why.
0-1 ground ball right side. That's through. It's going to bring home another run. Bobo fields it right in front of the wall. An RBI single for Kellum Clark, his second hit of the day. He puts Schaumburg up 2-0.
It's already a pretty good start here for Clark. Both of his hits have been no jokes.
Yeah, it's 101 off the bat. Just screams it through the right side.
Right side of the infield was left pretty open, too, between Zeisler and Blomquist.
Brings up Banks Tolly. It's already 5 hits against Lawson. This is definitely a preview for Lawson. Florence counts on him as the ace. He's going to be facing the Boomers or the Wild Things as it stands right now. That one's fouled away. He's picked up 3 Ks. First one was Tolley, who's now at the plate.
Well, just the little bit of frustrating part about it, and not that it's been anything crazy yet, but both of them have come with 2 outs in the second inning and out of third.
That's a fair point. you know, the Florence Yalls as a whole, their identity is not the pitching.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win the ball game off your pitching in the playoffs. It's gonna be your offense stepping it up against, obviously, the most talented pitchers in the league. One. Over our heads, 1-2. Gonna be facing guys like Cole Cook, Kobe Foster, Zach Kirby, Buddy Pindell.
Oh my.
It's going to be a lot. You're going to have to study film. No sleep, just studying film.
Right. I've heard that it's going to be the plan, is they will not be allowed to sleep before the game.
Something I would do. That's what we'll be doing. We'll just be watching film. 1-2, bounce it away.
If we're in a playoff game, I don't know if I'll be sleeping before.
That Tuesday the 8th would be the night before. Man. Talk about a rush. Might be ahead of ourselves, Got to get there. Long way to play.
It's a lot of games left.
A lot of games left. 22 to be exact. 21 after this. Oh, and misses downstairs. 2-2 the count. We were talking earlier, you know, the season can fly by so fast, but the things that happened at the beginning of the season, you always are like, man, that feels like forever ago.
Feels like a long time.
Yeah.
It's the days go by fast, hours go by slow kind of.
2-2, skied out towards left field, foul territory. Brodell over towards the wall. It's going to end up in the bullpen. Souvenir for a young fan. Jet Lotus getting that. Giving it away to a youngster in the crowd. Pirates and Princesses fan.
Pretty solid crowd here tonight.
Do you have a favorite pirate?
I don't see how any world it could be not be Jack Sparrow.
Well, you could be the Flying Dutchman. That one misses outside. Or swing and a miss outside. 4 Ks in the game for Lawson. Strands a runner at first. A run comes across. It's 2-0. Get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the third here at Thomas More Stadium. Florence looking to pick it up with the bats. They trail 2-0. It'll be Zach Beadle, followed by the top of the order, Cole Brandon and Brett Blomquist. Florence just the 2 hits to open up the second inning. Stranded both of them in their place. Could not move them around. They trailed 2 early. Still playing Tettemer Trivia in the inning. Always brought to you by the Roar Agency. The question was, the Phillies played the Twins in the Field of Dreams game yesterday. Who hit the first home run in the inaugural Field of Dreams game in 2021? My hint happened between the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox. My bonus question, how many home runs were hit that day?
I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm going to fire my answer out now. I think Giancarlo Stanton hit the first. I was between 5 and 7. I'm going to go 6. Giancarlo Stanton 6.
That's good. It's being very rational on, I'm between 5 and 7. Let's go right in the middle and hit 6 there.
Well, actually, my thought process more, I meant I was either going to go 5 or 7.
There's one laced into center field. Zach Beadle with a leadoff single, 100 off the bat. He picks up where he left off. It was a 2-hit game back on Tuesday.
But I know I'm probably not right, so I'm going to go with against my gut. That's what I was thinking.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm a Beadle, man. Third hit and 4 at-bats now of the week.
Got a walk in that game, too. Obviously, no bigger hit than his 2-run double late in the bottom of the 8th. Gave Florence a 6-4 lead that they were able to hang on to in the 9th. First pitch, in there for a strike.
Good-looking pitch.
Front door slider. Bends in against Brandon, grounded out to second his last time up. Brandon had a 2-for-3 game back on Wednesday. 0-1. Misses upstairs, 1-1 the count. Got some good guesses rolling through for our Tettemer trivia. Again, had this one already scheduled for yesterday. With the rain now, we had to postpone it till today. 1-1, swing and a miss.
So it's not Kyle Schwarber with the first one?
Yes, so Kyle Schwarber was not in that game. Did you see it? Did you end up seeing his second home run?
I don't think I saw his second one. I saw the first.
So the second one was hard hit, but it was right at the fence, and Luke Keeshall had a glove on it over the fence, but it bounced off his glove over the wall.
Into the corn?
Yeah, into the corn.
Cool.
They should play with no fences there. Just go right into the corn.
That'd be sick. You get a low line drive home run.
And then there's the top, if you put corn on top of those stalks, that's the yellow line that you got to get it over.
Okay.
That one's fouled away. If it goes into it under that line, then it's not a home run. What do you think about that?
I think you got to send a phone call out to the league office.
Been trying, they're just not answering.
For other reasons.
Yeah, 1-2. Sword downstairs. That is the second K for Cole Cook.
Yeah, Florence has not been seeing that pitch down below the zone well today.
No.
It's a couple of strikeouts on it now, and then an awkward swing there for Brandon. One of them being a lefty, one of them being a righty.
With one away, we could start reading the guesses. Brett Blomquist skies the first pitch. He sees shallow center field. Out goes Craig and Dawson. It's a sliding grab from the center fielder Smith, who was way back. One pitch, one out. Another fly ball to center field from Brett Blomquist. Hadn't seen too many pitches today.
Yeah, that's a really good play. You're letting Cook get a little too efficient right now for my liking.
Well, you get these guys on base and you're just not doing anything to move them over into scoring position. Brings up the captain, Hank Zeisler. Florence could use that franchise record-breaking double right about now.
Yeah.
Or home run number 21. Dealer's choice.
Not finally that first triple.
He's going to stop at second even if he has time. Just get that double out of the way. Misses. Want to know the count. So for our guessing for Tettemer trivia, Cam Beatty said Aaron Judge and then 5 homers. My father, Rich Tettemer, said Aaron Judge. Said Tim Anderson won it on the walk-off. Zach Jury said Jose Abreu. On Twitter, we had Florence Y'all's Analytics say Jose Abreu and 5. Kyle Karsten said Tim Anderson and 4. And you said Giancarlo Stanton and 6. The 1-0 misses upstairs. So let's go through the answer first, because I think everyone is off base on the actual amount of home runs here. The first to do it in 2021, first home run of a lot of home runs. You guys are all right on it being a lot of home runs in that game. First to do it was none other than the 2020 AL MVP, Jose Abreu. So the winner will be Florence Y'all's Analytics. The bonus question nobody got. There were 8 home runs in that 2021 game. 8 of them. 2-1 misses outside.
That's ridiculous.
It was pretty amazing. So Giancarlo Stanton hit a late 9th inning 2-run homer, and then Anderson hit that game winner. But before that, Aaron Judge hit 2 home runs. Obviously, Jose Abreu hit the one. Let's see if I could find the other few. 3-1 as Zeisler fouls it away. Brett Gardner hit one. Eloy Jimenez hit one. Some guy named Zavala hit one. There were a lot. It was a 9-8 ball game. And Giancarlo hit one in the 9th. Payoff pitch, punches it out towards left field. In comes Clark. He makes the grab, and Florence once again gets the leadoff runner aboard and can't do anything with it. We head to the top of the 4th. The Alls trail 2-0 when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Schaumburg scored a run in each of the last 2 innings. Take a 2-0 lead here to the top of the 4th. Over the Florence Yalls of the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. A very sunny, mild evening here in Florence, Kentucky. 6-7-8 for Boobers to start the 4th. Chase Dawson will lead things off against Nate Lawson. Back out to the mound for his 4th inning of work. Lawson and Dawson. Lawson misses on the first breaking ball just off the outside corner. Just about a week of baseball so far for Dawson since rejoining Schaumburg. Batting average below the Mendoza line, but obviously extremely limited sample size. Hard grounder foul down the first base side. 3 innings for Lawson. He's already given up 5 hits, couple of earned runs. Hasn't walked a batter yet, struck out 4. Take a lengthy break. Spray to Bobo, goes to grab that ball and throw it back into the kid zone. Count still 1-1. Lawson kicks it, fires. Fastball again, just off that outside corner to Juan Rodriguez, who's calling balls and strikes today. Both of these 2 series against these 2 teams have been sweeps. Both at each team's home stadium. Fastball away, it's 3-1 now to start off on Dawson. Florence got the 3-game sweep of Schaumburg. It was like the 3rd week of the year, something like that. Very early when Schaumburg had a lot of injuries. Now a 3-1 swung on, it popped up, out of play down the third base side. All the way back on the concourse.
over near that Kentucky National Guard POW chair.
Yeah.
Almost got up there. Oh, Brianna Smith gets a ball. One of our cam operators. She's going to give it to a kid. How about that?
Well, that's a danger. Oh, she's going to try to give it to a kid.
That was a tough toss.
That's almost back onto the field. Hard line drive grounder up the middle for a base hit. It's another leadoff single for Schaumburg. That's 3 straight. The last 2 have come around to score. That was a double, actually, back in the second. First hit of the day for Dawson. Now Jeff Nickel, who is today's beer batter of the game. The 7-hitter for Schaumburg. It's always brought to you by Party Source, your one-stop destination for all things celebration. Visit them today at Bellevue, Kentucky, or Riviera Drive. 1 on, nobody out. First pitch goes with the heater right down the middle of the plate for a strike. Nickel just a .226 batting average. Splitting some time as the Schaumburg catcher, both him and brother of last year's MVP, Alex Calarco. Big lead off of first base. Chase Dawson a little frustrated with himself, or frustrated that that ball got fouled off. Something over there was animated. Counts 0-2 as Nickel takes his timeout. Should be a 2-start series for Nickel over Calarco. 0-2, called strike 3 on the outside corner.
Sure.
And that is half-price beer for all fans in attendance at Thomas More Stadium. Nate Lawson giving the fans what they want.
I love the dedicated few that just run up the steps the minute that happens.
Oh, that's great. It's also a big strikeout. Keep that runner put on first, be the first down.
Roll a double play now. Get yourself out of it. Unconventional 1, 2, 3. See you in the bottom of the 4th.
Righty on lefty here for Will Prater. Playing third base for Schaumburg. Runner takes off for second. Beadle cannot handle it cleanly. It's a stolen base for Dawson. First pitch is a ball to Prater.
It's a tough one to try and throw someone out on. That's a curveball from Lawson. Beadle could not find that in the glove.
Couple of stolen bases for Schaumburg now today. Execute a little bit of small ball. Should have a couple of chances to get this run home from second. There's the 8 and 9 hitters, but 7, 8, 9 so far. Combined 2 for 4 with a couple of singles and an RBI. Swing and a miss on a fastball blown by him. Ball and a strike now from Lawson. 89 miles an hour. It's going to be, what it is for Lawson. You can see him get up to 90. I think we've seen 92 at one point this year. Haven't seen that quite yet today. Again, more of a movement on his fastball type guy. Dawson still dancing around at second as Lawson throws outside, 2-1. Put Prater ahead. 2 of the hottest teams in baseball since the All-Star break. Florence is 19 and 5 of their 25 games since their break. Grounder right side, a long run for Blomquist. Throw across his body, got it. Throw over to third. Zeisler wanted to see if Dawson was too far off the bag. He was not, but still get the second out of the inning on a really good play from Blomquist. That's a gutsy throw across the diamond for Zeisler after that, too, with the runner out there.
Yeah, certainly was. That would have been the double play I was trying to predict there.
Yeah.
But still a great play from Blomquist. Almost got him doubled up over at third.
Well, it was. Grounded to second, so the runner did take off. But Blomquist got enough range over there at second. Now 2 down and the 9-hole hitter at the plate. First pitch is a strike at the D's to Cole Smith. He's coming out for a really nice play in center field. Just an inning ago. 21 RBIs to go with his .300 batting average. First strikeout victim of Lawson, or second, I should say. Strikeout swinging to end the second. Both of Schaumburg's runs so far this game have come with 2 outs. It's a 2-0 Boomers lead here at the top of the 4th. Fastball outside, a good pick by Beadle. 1-1's the count. This was probably tailing to be a Harbison 2-start series until the cancellation yesterday interrupted things.
Yeah.
Seems like it's 50-50. You know, last road trip last week, it was 3 starts for Beadle, 3 starts for Harbison. 1-1, swing and a miss. Way out in front of that slider. And Lawson's a strike away from getting out of it. Smith takes his time. Second team All-MAC when he played his college ball at Northern Illinois. Not too far from Chicago in DeKalb, Illinois.
Maction.
Gotta love Maction.
Getting close to that time again.
Seen some Maction baseball players in this game. Dylan Baker over at shortstop playing in Miami. Lawson set for the 1-2. Runner at third at 2 outs. Off speed, way outside. Beadle pumps towards third. Broussard not covering. Fans already satisfied with the beer batter striking out of the inning. Trying to get out of it scoreless. Schaumburg up 2-0, out hitting Florence 6-3 as well. Top of the lineup stands on deck. Deucers are wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, comes home. Hard ground ball, Broussard off his glove, and he cannot pick it up in time. That'll score a run. It's 3-0 Schaumburg here in the 4th. Just an awkward play over at third base. I think it first touched his glove off the ground, but just barely. He was kind of falling on a hard hit ball.
It's actually a line
Yeah, it was a line.
they tried to dive for.
All 3 runs have come with 2 outs as Beadle is out to talk with Lawson. So that stolen base comes huge. You probably would have had that double play. Even if you didn't, that run only gets to third on that play.
They have just played good small ball, got the hits when they needed.
It's an RBI single for Cole Smith. 22nd of the season. 3-man mound meeting between Lawson, Zeisler, and Beadle's done. You don't see Toby Hall pass that up a whole lot. He's said to us, you know, you only get a limited number of mound meetings per game. He wants to be out there for all that he can. Now back to the top of the lineup for the 3rd time. Alec Craig is 1 for 2. Runner on first now, still 2 outs. Throw over to first. Nothing doing for Cole Smith, who can run. 3-0 Schaumburg lead to the top of the 4th. They got 7 hits on Lawson now. Just 3 2/3 through. First pitch, ball way outside. Craig's eclipsed 400 hits in his now 7-year career with Schaumburg. Became the all-time walks leader, actually against Florence earlier this year. Last time he was at Thomas More Stadium. Fastball misses just tall. It's 2-0. Lawson trying to get out of it. Has had the strikeouts to do it today. He's got 5 of them. Now on the 4th. But 3 earned runs. Gets the strike call right on that outside part. Both of these teams 7-3 in their last 10 games. For Florence, that's the 3 losses since they started the 11-game win streak a couple of weekends ago. Craig calls timeout to readjust his batting gloves. Back in for the 2-1. Large lead for Smith over at first. Leaves it alone. Outside corner again, this time top part. We're even at 2-2. Two playoff hopefuls. Left the breaking ball alone. This time it is a ball on the outside part. Counts now full. Craig, you talked about his ability to work really long at bats. Just really tough out at the top of the lineup. Just the 1 homer. Kind of got that Shaney Felt feel on top of the lineup. Shaney Felt before the injury was starting to get his batting average up a little bit, all the way to 290. Payoff pitch, runner off. Off speed is inside, ball 4. That is Lawson's first walk of the game.
Comes to someone who has a lot of walks in his career.
He's just worked so many at-bats just like that in his career. Brings up Fitzgerald. Couple on for Schaumburg in the inning. It's the second time they've had 2 on in an inning after the second. But 1 run in each of the last 3 innings after a scoreless first. 3-0 Boomers, still not out of the 4th. First pitch to Fitzgerald. Swung on and popped up foul territory. Zeisler going over at the net. He runs out of room. It's out of play. Into the yellow few sections down the first base line. Top of that, repainted Town Properties for first base dugout. That looks really good.
It is very good. That's actually a full vinyl sign.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not paint.
So they just get a new sign for it?
Yeah.
Starting to get a little dull. Faded, I guess is the word I'm looking for. 0-1's off the plate from Lawson.
Oh, it definitely was. Look, that sign had seen Deck the Yalls all the way back in 24.
Wow. Your whole career here?
Yeah.
Town Properties, the away dugout of the first base side. Thomas Moore, stadium sponsor for the third base dugout. They also play their home games here in the spring. This one's punched out to right. Brendan Bobo's got a beat on it. Couple of back pedals. He'll make the play for out number 3. Schaumburg does what they do best. Get runners on, get them in with a base hit. It is 3-0 Boomers going to the bottom of the 4th of the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Fun night for the kids. Pirates and Princesses night at Thomas More Stadium for game 1 of a 3-game series with the Schaumburg Boomers. Just did the kids run in the middle of the 4th as always, and this is going to be, again, with another kids-heavy crowd, a long one to get all the kids off the field. Saw this a couple times against Gateway, where it'll take a long time to usher everybody off. Be a longer warm-up here for Cole Cook, who's 3 innings through scoreless. And his team's got a 3-0 lead against Florence now in the bottom of the 4th from Thomas More Stadium. You were trying to implement some ideas, just having the parents wait back at their seats and just tell their kids to go find them.
Come right back here.
I think I would agree. For Florence, it's the middle third of the lineup starting it off. Richardson, Bobo, and Broussard. Richardson, Bobo have 2 of the 3 hits against Cook today.
You could put an individual, a custom balloon on each one of the kids. That way you know where they are.
That's a lot of balloons.
You won't lose them. Yeah.
Well, there's so many balloons at that point. How do you make it custom?
Just a bunch of different ones. You get a zebra, you get an elephant, you get a giraffe.
I would want the tiger.
And the one kid that doesn't get a balloon is the way, it's also unique.
It's true. You need one less. You're right. Kids off the field. Richardson back in the box to start the bottom of the fourth. Same spot in the lineup to start the second, where Richardson and Bobo both reached on singles. Florence could not bring them home. It's a 3-0 Schaumburg lead, bottom of the fourth. First pitch is a foul ball off the end of the bat and fouled back by Richardson. Shooting .341 of the season, but he went 0 for in the 2-game series against Lake Erie. 0 for 8 with the strikeout. Very uncharacteristic of him. This season, he's been very contact heavy. He does have 9 homers. I mean, he's a really good hitter. This ball is skied down the first base line. Foul territory, Fitzgerald over. It gets into the party deck. Couple of bounces over there by the picnic tables.
Oh, my gosh. Look at Laura Renke, the host monster, bringing us some fried Oreos.
Wow.
Middle of the game. And Bella over there as well. Thank you so much. How about that?
Fried Oreos.
Fried Oreos.
0-2 throwaway pitches in the dirt. I
And
don't think I've ever had a fried Oreo.
Yeah, there's a note here that says, don't give any to Ben.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's weird. That's weird. How about that?
You get a taste test on
Well,
the
I mean,
broadcast? or what are
Ben,
we gonna do?
how about you taste test this? You never had a fried Oreo. I'll take over play-by-play for a second. You're just going to give us a one bite. Everybody knows the rules. The 1-2 to Richardson. Misses downstairs. 2-2 the count. As Ben enjoys a fried Oreo for the first time. It's got a little bit of powdered sugar on it as well.
Yeah,
Eat
this
it
is
up.
good. I mean, it's really good.
2-2 fouls it away. I mean, it's something to behold. It is obviously, I think it's a staple at the fair now. It started at maybe a few fairs you'd see when you're a kid, but it's really every fair nowadays.
So I've been a little scared of the fried Oreo in my life. Now, obviously, I know what a fried Oreo is, but something about me, I don't like chocolate.
Really?
So Oreos, like, I can do Oreos. They're not my favorite, but they're good.
Yeah.
But I'm always scared there's too much chocolate. 2-2 runs inside. Check swing. I don't think he went. Got to the backstop. Picked up by Nickel. Was waiting to see if he did go around. He'd have to tag out Richardson. They say he didn't, though. Counts full. But, man, I guess I've been missing out. That powdered sugar and oh, man. I'm sure that's my daily calories right there on that one fried Oreo. But
Well, we gave some to Wyatt, and I believe Wyatt is actually one of the host sons of Laura Renke. He is.
payoff pitch. Grounder foul. Now Richardson starting to work pretty good at bat. Toby Hall again hanging out outside of the dugout all the way past. I think I've seen many managers stand in as many places as he does. Loves to make a walk down to the bullpen sometimes. 3-2's way inside. Might have hit him. Either way, he gets to first base, whether it's ball four or a hit by pitch. So leadoff runner on again for the third straight inning for Florence. Leadoff runner has been on in each of the last 6 half innings. Now Schaumburg has capitalized in their 3. Florence has not in theirs.
I can't even think. That was so good. I could demolish 15 of those. Probably within 5 minutes.
The chocolate was like melting on the
no,
Oreo.
that was. And
The
we used
little-
I know we used double stuff.
The little white stuff was just like the perfect, like cherry on top, like
Yeah.
not much. Bobo takes in, but cold strike on the first pitch. Really good spot there from Cook. Looks like on track, man. An 85-mile-an-hour changeup.
You gonna start ordering fried Oreos
I
instead
didn't
of
know we
actual
had
food?
them, to be honest. Bobo fouls one off his foot. So back-to-back batters now in the inning. Cook will start off 0-2. Bobo singled last time. That's a good idea.
I'm gonna start
Desserts
ordering,
on the play.
I'm gonna start ordering 2. I'm gonna get Lee's Famous and fried Oreos.
Get a cup, layer it. Chicken tenders, then the fried Oreos, then the potato wedges on top.
My gosh,
Fry it all together.
you're trying to send me home. You want more innings on that?
Right. Richardson off of first. Cook home on the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout. Bobo down on strikes for the first time today. That is just the third strikeout of the game here for Cole Cook.
Yeah, Bobo was able to spoil that same pitch off just 2 innings ago. Could not get it done there.
Brings up Garrett Broussard. Struck out on a pitch similar to that one, his first plate appearance. Florence trailing by 3, runner on first, 1 out.
Always got to start moving these runners around. They've gotten the leadoff runner aboard in the last 3 innings.
Well, Schaumburg's on a pretty good pace right now.
Yeah.
Scoring just 1 in 3 of the first 4 innings. This one's cranked down the third base line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Richardson around second. Now picked up at the left field corner by Clark. And Broussard will get into second with a 1-out double. Really good piece of hitting. 92 off the bat. The first extra base hit for Florence today. They're in business, 2 at scoring position, and their first runner on third with less than 2 outs.
Yeah, right on cue. You get a Taco Mama double. All y'all's doubles brought to you by Taco Mama. Anytime is a good time for a margarita. Visit them in Union off of U.S. Route 42. But that's what I'm talking about. You know, all of a sudden you get 92 off the bat, pick up a double. Now you got 2 runners in scoring position for Brodell. I love seeing them out there. 38 RBIs on the season.
That batting average for Brodell has gotten up to 282. He was someone who early on, really impressed with some of the power numbers, still waiting for the batting average to get up. It's gotten up. First pitch is tall for ball 1. So Richardson on third, Broussard's now on second. Brodell's the game-tying run at a 3-0 lead for the Boomers. Slider, called strike, perfect spot. Looks like maybe a touch low the zone, but still did what he could. It was Brodell who was up when he popped up to Cook that caused that collision from him and a shortstop, Alec Craig, when they were both going for the ball. Cook did control it. Runner stayed put. He stayed in the game. 1-1 slider again, called a strike this time
Actually
on the outside corner and actually in the zone. You said it, not me. Well, Cook's now ahead 1-2 for a lefty on lefty battle. 8 home runs of the season for Brodell, 5 of them against lefty. This ball is popped up, medium depth center. Smith waiting to see where it goes. He's got it. Should be deep enough. Richardson running from third. Throw goes to third. Y'all's on the board. A sac fly for Marcus Brodell, getting the job done. Cuts the deficit to 2. It's a 3-1 Schaumburg lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, gets the job done. 85 off the bat. Just sends it right to deep center field. That's a perfect piece of hitting for Marcus Brodell.
Gives him his 39 RBI on the season. Got an RBI in each of his last 2 starts. Broussard stayed at second base. Now 2 outs in the inning. Still goes. Dylan Baker is at the plate. First pitch is upstairs to him. Baker's got 10 homers on the year. Despite being a righty, most of his do come against righties. Used that short porch out in Gateway for a good amount of those home runs, too. Fastball low. Back pick to second. And Broussard's back in, but looked a little close off that throw. Fly out to right last time up for Baker. Stranded a couple of runners. It's the first run of the game on Cook. After they get their 4th hit of the game in this inning. Gets the strike call again.
Yeah, so just a little too
Pitch
outside.
yeah.
A little too outside to get that call early. 2-0 count, just can't happen.
The 3-0 looks a lot different than the 2-1 they have right now on the floor at shortstop. It's 2 for 8 in the 2 games against Lake Erie with an RBI. Comes set, fires home. Check swing low. He did not go. Appeal late one over at first base from today's crew chief. Not at home plate. It's Jose Navas. And now you get that 3-1 count for Baker. I believe they say he didn't go around. Fastball up, and that's going to be ball 3. Were they saying that
Bro,
was
he hit the save
he said safe. And we saw, I could have
That
swore
one
we saw
misses up, now
Rodriguez
it's
say
3-2.
2-1.
So maybe we had it wrong in the beginning?
This was 1-2.
That was for sure
It was
a
1-1 before that questionable call. They called a strike, make it 1-2. I thought it was 2-0.
Yeah, me too.
Nonetheless, the count's now full with 2 outs and a runner on second. Baker, the game-tying run. Payoff pitch, right down the middle, called strike 3. Thought it was a walk, but we had the count wrong, I guess. Florence gets one of the out of the 4th, though. Their first run of the game is on a Marcus Brodell sac fly. 3-1, go to the 5th on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. See how Nate Lawson can respond after Florence gets their first run of the game. They still trail by 2. Schaumburg a run in each of the last 3 innings. 3-1 here in the top of the 5th from Thomas More Stadium, game 1 of a 3-game set. Lawson back out to the bump to face the meat of this lineup, 3-4-5. And Anthony Calarco starting him off with a fastball upstairs. Calarco ground out in the strikeout, his first 2 plate appearances. You mentioned the pace that he's been at after coming back from injury has just been ridiculous. 14 homers on the year now. Leads this Schaumburg team as he punches it foul. Schaumburg not a crazy home run hitting team. You've seen in these innings how they like to score their runs, playing some small ball. But 70 RBIs might be the most impressive part for Calarco. When he comes up in big spots, usually comes through. Lawson working for the first base side of the rubber. The 1-1's punched opposite way, foul into the Florence dugout. It's 4 innings of 7 hits against Lawson today. Just the 3 runs. Has struck out 5, just 1 walk. Some hard hits. Exit velocity-wise, some softer hits, some bloops. They're just putting the ball in play. Fires the 1-2. Wanted to go after it down low, did not. Beadle tries to get an appeal. Late no-go from third base umpire Max Langley. Counts even up at 2-2. Florence 11-1 versus Schaumburg a season ago, and they start off 3-0 with the sweep this season. Zach Beadle takes another beating after that pitch in the dirt, and he'll be checked on by Florence trainer Patrick McCormick. We had a similar check on him like this after a weird play late in the game back on Tuesday. He stayed in the game, and then after that ended up hitting the game-winning double in the bottom of the 8th. Already some action in the Florence bullpen. Toby Hall out to chat with Beetle, too. Take a look at it again. Oh, that one. Bottom of the face mask. Hit like the neck area, chest. That's where you could see Zach Beetle kind of grabbing it. This is a situation where you're just hoping that it was one of those that knocked the wind out of you.
Tough guy. He'll stay in there.
Hall and McCormick back to the dugout. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Calarco. Got anything in that left field bullpen?
That'll be Jake Lynch out there.
Southpaw warms for Florence. Kicks it, fires 2-2. Another check swing on a pitch low. No chance. Just a little bit of movement in the hands for Calarco. This is a big payoff pitch to start off the top of the fifth. It's grounded right side. Long run for Blomquist. Gets down on a knee, picks it up, and throws to first. Another nice play over at second base. Calarco down for the first out.
Yeah, that's a big-time play there from Blomquist. I mean, really showing off the range and extension. Also a little smooth dive after he fielded it. Popped right back up with a nice throw.
It's the first time in the last 3 innings, or 4 innings, that Schaumburg did not get the leadoff runner on. See if Lawson could take advantage with Kellum Clark stepping in. Now with the Schaumburg cleanup hitter. First pitch breaking ball way off to Clark. He's leading this team at batting average at .332 on the season. Got some decent pop too, 10 homers and 36 RBIs. Just kind of a do-it-all guy. Off speed misses up maybe? Not sure where that missed. It's ball 2. Clark, 20th round pick to New York, all the way up to high A Brooklyn. Fastball now misses outside. Lawson has started him off 3-0. Can't get the get-me-over pitch inside. So a 4-pitch walk here to Clark after the leadoff ground up. Just the second walk for Lawson today. First one came to Craig. Another runner on for Schaumburg. One on, one out for Banks Tolley. So for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. First pitch lands in the zone, called strike. Tully. He's also hitting over 300 on the season, 9 homers, 35 RBIs. Did miss 41 games of last season with a knee injury, and you can kind of see, all the attention goes to the face mask. You look at that back knee, his right knee, he's got a tougher brace on. We've seen knee braces, but that one is even tucked under the gray pants. There's a swing and a miss. He's down 0-2 here, trying to avoid getting struck out 3 times. But it's that back knee. You can really see it more visible on the back side of it. I mean, that's a pretty thick brace. 0-2's low. 1-2. Lynch continues to warm. See how much Lawson's got left in the tank. Obviously, a big part of it is if he can't get out of the 5th. And his attention is all the way home, and he misses just inside. Oh, called strike 3. That was a late ring up behind the plate from Rodriguez. But that's 3 strikeouts and 3 plate appearances for Tully. That's 2 outs of the inning. And it's 6 Ks of the day now for Lawson. Last chance to keep the inning going is Chase Dawson, who singled his last time. Very open stance from the lefty. Lawson comes home. First pitch popped up, spoiled out of play into the seats. Ooh. Fell right in the middle of 3 fans who were all ducking over there. It was a close call. So Lawson starts Dawson off 0-1. Up the record at 14-4 in the last 18 appearances, last 2 seasons between Florence and Schaumburg. Schaumburg has won the division last year and obviously went all the way to the championship, fell to Quebec. They're leading their division this year, looking to be the 2 seed. There'll be a lot for them to catch Washington. 0-1. This one's hit high to right, but Brendan Bobo barely has to move for settling under it. He's got it for out number 3. Good response for Lawson, a scoreless top of the 5th after Florence gets on the board. We're halfway home. Florence still trailing by 2 on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Beautiful evening for some baseball, Thomas More Stadium, and a decent crowd on hand for Pirates and Princesses night. Just read the Pirates and Princesses themed trivia question today in stadium. A really good way to get both Pirates and Princesses involved. The movie, or trivia question came from the movie The Princess Bride, and it was who was the supposed to be the villain, the pirate in The Princess Bride. Of course, Dread Pirate Roberts. 3-1 deficit for Florence. So we've reached the bottom of the 5th. Cole Cook finally surrendered a run just an inning ago in the 4th. 9-1-2 for Florence. Beadle, Brandon, and Blomquist. It was a sac fly for Marcus Brodell that scored, not scared, Zade Richardson in the 4th.
That guy was a pirate in that movie?
Yeah. So long story short, he was the farmer that, had that love interest with the princess.
Yeah.
Then he went to sea, and it was supposed to be that his crew got captured by the pirate. And they did, by Dread Pirate Roberts. Now, the thing is, Dread Pirate Roberts isn't one pirate. He's someone who passes on that title to someone he captures, someone he deems worthy. He deemed Wesley worthy. He became Dread Pirate Roberts. He went back for her. Great movie.
I've only watched the interesting parts. The sword fights, the battle with Andre the Giant. Yeah, inconceivable.
Here's Zach Beadle to start off the bottom of the 5th. First pitch off speed, in there for a strike. See how he looks after again taking another beating. Looks like, coming into this, it had been a lot of the lower body. That was a definitely upper body hit that he took. But it all can kind of just add together and be so mentally taxing, getting hit in different places. Fastball low, it's 1-1. Harbison, a late addition to the team, started off as the emergency catcher, first base coach. Before Sergio Gutierrez went down to Lexington, that's when he got called up. It's been Beadle all year long, taking reps behind the plate. Fouls one towards Florence dugout. Ball with 2 strikes here from Cook. 4 innings, 4 hits. 1 run, it was earned. Just the 3 strikeouts to the 1 walk. Does not walk many batters. That was a long AB to Richardson when he worked it. Lines and fires the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Beetle went after it downstairs. 4th strikeout now for Cook. It's back-to-back strikeouts, too, of Baker and Beetle, bottom 2 guys in the Florence lineup. Now we go back to the top of the lineup. 3rd time over for Cole Brandon, who's leading off his first game at Florence. His 3rd total. Got the start in one of the first 2. They liked him when he got it. 2 for 3 day. Also worked a walk, played some nice defense. First pitch swinging, pop up in the infield. Left side, Alec Craig, the shortstop's got it in his normal shortstop position. 2 quick outs. First time that he's done that since the 3rd. Since the first, I should say. The only 1, 2, 3 inning for Cook today. Blomquist will try to break that streak. Made a nice defensive play with a smooth slide over at second an inning ago. Fastball at the letters for a ball. He's hitting .322 in the season. Now second on this team, 14 home runs after 2 of them in the Brockton series. Now one lands in the zone, kind of a slider on the inside part. It's even the count up at 1-1. Way out in front of that breaking ball. He's down 1-2.
It's not going to get any easier. The bullpen for Schaumburg is very good.
Yeah.
Overall, Schaumburg, the 2nd best ERA across the entire league.
It's got that similar feel of Washington where it's just so hard to work your way out of. 1-2 off speed, just misses outside. He's a pitch away from making it through 5 at just 75 pitches. Probably go back out there for the 6th as well. 2-2 swing and a miss. That's the best inning for Cook so far. A couple of strikeouts, both on breaking balls down. That's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th. Florence still trails by 2 right here on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change with a new wing coming out of the mound. You can pick up the best wings of the tri-state area at Lee's famous recipe chicken. It's Jake Lynch to relieve Nathan Lawson, who goes 5, will exit this game with 3 runs to his name. Obviously ending an inning, so that ends his book. 7 hits, couple of walks, did have 6 strikeouts. Florence will call on Jake Lynch in a little bit of an unexpected move. Lynch will come in to face a couple of righties, the first 3 in the lineup for Schaumburg. 1-0 this season with a 10.13 ERA, 8 innings pitched. He's got just 5 strikeouts to 8 walks on the year. But he'll face the bottom third of the Schaumburg lineup with Jeff Nickel starting things off. It'll be Nickel, Prater, Cole Smith. 3-1 Schaumburg lead when Lynch enters. Obviously no chance at the win for Lawson. cannot get a 3-game winning streak for himself after winning the last 2. First pitch, Lynch throws. Fastball misses inside to Nickel. 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout today. He stands in, sees the 1-0 pitch that runs way inside, make it 2-0. You know, I don't know if this should provide some context for just kind of why it's been weird for Lynch. Before this last appearance at Brockton, his last 5 appearances before that, he pitched just an inning and a third in 5 appearances. There were a couple appearances where he didn't get an out. Inning and 2/3, I should say. And he got one inning appearance and then 2 appearances where he just got 1 out. Some of that's been weird, affected by some rain, a short leash. It's a 3-0 count on a 4-pitch walk after a fastball low here to Nickel. It does seem like every time Lynch comes in, it is a high leverage situation, and then they just have such a quick trigger if he lets 1 or 2 guys on base. But he did work himself an inning and a third of 1 run, 1 hit baseball, a couple of walks, no strikeouts against Brockton. Out comes Toby Hall after just 1 at bat. Now with the break, we'll play a little bit of this date in baseball history. Brought to you by Furniture Fair. Style, comfort, value, that's the Furniture Fair promise. Visit a showroom near you today or visit us online at FurnitureFair.net. Today, August 14th, 1888, Tim Keefe winning streak is stopped at 19 games when Gus Kroc and the Chicago White Stockings beat the Giants in front of a crowd of 10,240 in New York. Mound meeting with the whole infield is over after the first batter being a 4-pitch walk from Lynch. Up comes Will Prater. Lefty on lefty battle, grounder left side. Picked up by Baker. He bounces it to second. That was Broussard, rather, not Baker. That will get into right field, and both runners will advance up to second and third. An error. Oh, no, it's going to be a fielder's choice. Yeah, I mean, that was obviously a designed bounce. It didn't slip out of his hands or anything. Didn't look like. I'm not really sure what that was. Infield in. Runners on second and third with nobody out now for the 9-hitter Will Prater. First pitch hits him on the foot. It's going to be a hit by pitch, and the bases are now loaded. Well, Lynch has faced the minimum now. This is going to be decision time for Toby Hall. And he's going to make his way to the top step with the bases loaded and nobody out. Man, out comes Hall. After 3 batters, we have now seen this 3 times for Lynch in his last 5 appearances. He does not record an out in 3 of those 5. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Another Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Another Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change in the inning. Without recording an out, it's Will Karsten to relieve Jake Lynch, who walked the batter on 4 pitches, let one come on an error by Garrett Broussard, and then hit the next batter he faced. It's Will Karsten with a 5.73 ERA in 11 innings pitched this year to come up and face the top of the lineup with the bases loaded and nobody out. Florence was in this game trailing by 2. Runs have been hard to come by, though, and the first pitch is cranked foul to the first base line. Any run here, especially if they get multiple, would be hard to swallow for Florence. You had every reliever available today. They go with Lynch for the 6th, with it not quite being, late in the game, where you throw your really high leverage guys. 0-1 punched foul. A couple of foul balls for Karsten. Well, Karsten's an interesting guy to bring up in this spot. Last time Florence got out of a bases loaded with nobody out jam, it was Karsten. And the bottom of the 9th of the game at Sussex County, when the game-winning run was standing at third base. All Sussex County had to do was score 1. They would have won that game. Florence got out of it thanks to Karsten. Went to the 10th, took a win on a 2-run double for Brendan Bobo and Nathan McAvoy save. 0-2 was the count. Fastball way inside and a good stop by Beetle. Well, if you're looking for that same archetype, same strategy to get out of it, you bring the infield in. The first out was a fielder's choice play at the plate from Dylan Baker. Then you got a strikeout as the second out, and relax a little bit with 2 outs. Still bases loaded, but got a line out. Still ahead here, 1-2 on Adam. This one gets to bounces all the way to the Schaumburg dugout. It'll score a run. Run, I believe, will be unearned. To Lynch. Yeah, fastball in the dirt. Not all the way away. It's now 4-1 Boomers. Infield will stay in, still with nobody out. Nichols scores. Prater's up to third. Smith at second. Still with Alec Craig in the box. Two after the wild pitch. This one's grounded to Zeisler with the infield in. Looks the runner back to third and steps on first base. Boy, that would have been really good. The bases were still loaded. Could potentially have a 3-2-3 double play, but the wild pitch kind of eliminates that. First out here. Runners stay put at second and third for Kyle Fitzgerald. Infield still in for Florence. Schaumburg now up by 3. First pitch way upstairs. Fitzgerald 0 for 3, ground out a pop-up and a line out. Hit 280 a season ago for Schaumburg. It's kind of an example that, sometimes you can get some pretty good stuff out of the draft. It was a first-round pick in the Frontier League draft. Now a mainstay in the Schaumburg lineup for a couple of seasons. 1-0 fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Runners on second and third with just 1 out. Seen Fitzgerald play a lot of different positions. Even here in Thomas More Stadium this season. Played left field a little bit of the first series. It's over at first base today. 2-0 way upstairs, 3-0 the count. First base is open. And Florence is going to throw up the 4 and intentionally walk. Fitzgerald to get to Anthony Clarko for a righty on lefty matchup. Had him down 3-0. But still 1 out of the inning. I don't know. Anthony Clarko in his career has probably not been intentionally walked to get to him much. First pitch is a strike. He is 0 for 3 today. A couple of groundouts to second and a strikeout. It's Kellum Clark on deck, who has had a pretty good day. RBI, a couple of base hits, been on all 3 times with the walk. Can't find the zone there inside. 1-1 from Karsten. Came into a tough situation. Let the first run score with the base loaded, nobody out on a wild pitch. Then with the infield in, runner stayed put on a ground out to first. This one's lined right back at Baker, and the runner's off second base. He steps on the back to get out of the inning. Will Karsten lets one come home on a bases loaded, nobody out situation, but again, makes pretty good work of it through 5.5. Schaumburg gets another run. It's 4-1. Boomers on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Back here in the bottom of the 6th, Florence has got some work to do, trailing by 3, and Cole Cook is cruising on the mound for Schaumburg. Boomers finally getting to Florence's bullpen in the top half of the 6th, and they got a run on him. On a bunch of really weird plays, the run does end up being unearned. And Cook, for what might be his last inning, has to face the heart of this Florence lineup. 3, 4, 5, Zeisler, Richardson, and Bobo. 2 of which have reached today. Zeisler the one that hasn't. He's now 1 for his last 10. Uncharacteristic of him. 2 weeks ago, he's named the Frontier League Player of the Week on a 15 for 24 week with 8 homers and 19 RBIs. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it back. It's 0-1. Zeisler will take his timeout. Not seeing much of the Florence bullpen. Looks like they'll stick with Carson. This one's cranked out to right field. Deep drive to right, and that ball is out of here. Another Hank homer. Florence's first homer of the game, and they've cut the deficit to 2. Get that run for the top of the 6th right back.
Hank Zeisler's 21st of the season. His second against the lefty. 101 off the bat, 373 on the distance.
Zeisler's home runs, there's usually not a whole lot of waiting to see if it's going to go over the fence. Not a lot of wall scrapers for him. Saw another one like that in Brockton of just a no-doubter pulled shot into right. Got a pitch middle, and drilled it. Florence trailing 2. Zade Richardson up, cold strike at the knees. 86th RBI on the season for Zeisler. Fastball up. Now 1-1 on Richardson. He's square on the conversation for MVP this year.
100%. 100%.
He's really helped himself the last few weeks.
We've mentioned Felix Stevens. His stat line's just insane.
I mean, if he's qualified in 400.
Yeah, he is qualified. It's hard to say anything else. But what Zeisler is doing, is just so big for this team.
When you think of true value, it could be up there. 1-2. This one skied out to right. This is shallow and a long run for Tolley, but he's under it. First out of the inning. A lot of things that went wrong in that top of the sixth. Still a lot of things that had to happen for that run to score. Probably not scoring a run if it weren't for the wild pitch.
He certainly has worked some magic in some certain points where you seem like it's unfathomable to only escape with one run. He ends up doing it, or no runs.
He's the fireman. I mean, he is that guy with a really tough situation. You might not want him to go 3 innings, but he's going to get out of the inning. Fastball up for Bobo. And that's not to say that he can't go 3 innings, but it's just saying that's the whole point of bringing him into the exact spot you are. 1-0 swing and a miss for Bobo. Slider on the outside part. 284 hitter on the season. Remember, it was almost the whole first half of the season. Actually, it probably was the first whole half of the season where Bobo was leading this team in homers. Fastball runs way inside. We got to the home run derby during the All-Star break. He led this team with 11. He's got just 13 now, 2 in this back half of the season, when Florence has been performing so well at the plate. It's come without many Bobo blasts. Pitch clock violation going to be called on Cook, and he is furious right now. That wasn't called till he was, almost about to throw the ball. It's a pretty late call that I've seen. We have seen some late ring-ups, too, from Juan Rodriguez. Cook is incensed.
He should be.
He might should be, yeah.
Sorry, no, that was a quote.
Umpires coming in, and Cook's having to be held back. Now it's the
No, that's a
crew
really
chief
good
who's gonna
job.
walk
It's a
past
really
him.
good job by our pitch clock operator, Mike Traeger. First time on the board, first time helping Florence.
Wyatt Sherman's got a lot of them this season.
You know what? He's mentoring him.
He is.
And we need another clock
Yeah,
going
let's
right
go.
now.
Hey, come
another
on.
one.
The pitch clock is one of the first times you ever see these huge mound meetings and really dugouts being upset in the middle of an at-bat. I mean, this counts 2-1 now after that was called a ball. What I don't understand is how you could possibly overturn this. And they're going to say no pitch clock violation, which, I mean, that's just it. I don't understand the logic, how that. What are the other umpires telling him to say, actually, no, it wasn't a pitch clock violation? That's one person's job. It's the home plate umpire. You called it.
See Toby Hall get to the bottom of it. And if he's happy with the decision, then I'm happy with the decision.
I don't know if I'm ready to say he's happy with it, but content with it maybe as he walks back to the
Content
Florence
with the
dugout.
reasoning, I guess. That was some serious aggression, though, from Cook.
Look, I said it right away. It was a very late call. He almost was about to throw the ball when he came out. He had started his windup for, a second or two. And the count is just 1-1 on Bobo. Slider outside, right back to 2-1. All that to get back to right where we were. Nobody on base after the Hank homer and Zaid flyout. 1 gone in the inning. Florence trailing by 2, bottom of the 6th. This one's fought off foul down the third base side. Count's gone even 2-2. Cook working out of the windup. Right up the middle, and he makes an unbelievable play.
Wow.
Falling on his back, 73 off the bat, and he just snags that out of the air. Really good piece there by Bobo, and Cook just made an insane play. 2 down in the inning, nobody on base. Up comes Garrett Broussard. 73 off the bat. That doesn't look right, does it? 2 gone for Broussard. First pitch is into him. Maybe Cook pitching with a little fire, even after he did get the call. But yeah, you saw he was very animated. 1-0. Broussard goes after it. Slider out. Counts even to 1-1. Now 5 2/3 of 5-hit, 2-run baseball for Cook. This one's lined over the head of Craig at shortstop. Broussard's second base hit in as many at-bats brings up Marcus Brodell as the game-tying run with 2 down to the bottom of the 6th.
Man, I think a 2-run shot here from Brodell would send this place into a frenzy.
What puts you on the board on the home run play?
Certainly would. Certainly would.
Over half of them have come against lefties. I think a fairly even split home and away from them. But I think more at home, slight majority. First pitch right down the middle of the plate for a strike. .38 RBIs to go with those 8 homers. An RBI in this game and the last, each of his last 2 appearances. He had a great series at Brockton and went 6 for 12. Slider misses. 6 for 12 with a home run and 5 RBIs. A 4 RBI game on the Friday loss a week ago today. Brodell fouls one down the third base line, up and out of play. There's some action in the Schaumburg bullpen. Probably the last inning that Cole sees. Two teams battling to keep themselves firm and a playoff spot. Ball and 2 strikes. Brodell fouls it off again. Good job fighting it off. Florence back in my favorite uniforms, the creams. I just love the light blue and red accents these jerseys have. The stripes on the side of the pants.
You know, we took our front office pick for our team baseball cards earlier today, and I was going to wear the cream if I didn't already have on some very light tan shorts, and I didn't want to.
That'll do it. Brodell sends one into shallow center that drops in for a base hit right in front of Smith. Cruises into first base with a base hit.
Interested to see
game tying run on.
The leash. Jamie Bennett like on the top step, and they have somebody who looks like he's already warm because he's stopped throwing.
This is the third baseman, Will Prater, is going to have a conversation with both pitcher and catcher.
I told you, Will Prater's got a little bit of a heartbeat on this team.
Yeah.
Might not have, you know, the high average, just 245. Certainly has been for lack of better terms, a dog for them. I mean, he comes up clutch a lot.
Well, we saw Zeiser do the same exact meeting as obviously the captain of this team with Lawson and Beadle a little earlier. Runners on first at second. Florence trailing by 2. They've now tied Schaumburg in hits today at 7. 4-2 is the score. First pitch to Baker, way out in front of that breaking ball. Runners will move it to second and third. Now game tying run at scoring position. Just a single's got a pretty good chance to tie it.
Pass ball there is what we'll rule that. Goes off the glove. Little 2-run single from Baker. Not a home run board count, but I'm just as equally as fine as it. And Ben, let me tell you what. Any way that the Yalls can try and come back, I'm fine with.
All right.
I'm not selfish in that regard.
0-1 gets a piece on that one. Does. It's down 0-2, so Cook at a really good spot here.
Just got to lay off that curveball downstairs. You got to feel like it's coming.
4 strikeouts for Cook today. I think 3 of them, maybe even all 4 have come on that pitch. Actually, we have 1 looking here from Baker. So 3 of the 4 strikeouts have been on that pitch.
And he spotted that curve 3-2, middle of the zone.
Yeah. Baker left alone. See if he's more aggressive with 2 strikes this time.
At least he's seen the off speed.
It's true. 0-2 bounces, but a really good block behind the plate from Nickel. Bouchard and Brodell stay put at third and second. That's the first ball of the AB.
I don't know what type of pitch that is because it's just 80 miles per hour, but still got 2401 on the spin rate. It's not his curve. Doesn't seem like a slider or a cutter or anything.
Maybe some sort of, sinker?
I don't know.
Only at 80, though, yeah. Counts 1-2 now on Baker, and he went after it down low. Strike three, they'll throw down to first to complete it. Florence does get another on a Hank Zeisler solo shot, but they're down to their last 9 outs, trailing 4-2 on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Top of the 7th inning, Florence trails 4-2. It's still Will Carson out there looking for a clean inning here in the 7th. Give the Y'alls an opportunity to try and bounce back, stranding 2 in scoring position in the bottom of the 6th. Kellum Clark, Banks Tolley, and Chase Dawson will be the 3 due up. 4-5-6 for Schaumburg. Kellum Clark has had his way with the Florence pitching staff today, 2 for 2. With a run scored and an RBI, but the first pitch he grounds third base side. Garrett Broussard throw across his body, scooped up in time from Hank Zeisler. Can You Dig It scoop of the day, always brought to you by our good friends at Can You Dig It RC. Go visit them in Erlanger for remote-controlled rock climbing fun. 1 away on the first pitch to Kellum Clark, 5-3 on the putout. That'll bring up Banks Tolley, who's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. We are joined up in the press bucket with our good friend, better late than never, Cowboy Old Classic, Kurt Cranmer. Kurt, how are you doing today?
Pretty good tonight, old Roar. I'm a little excited here for a little victory pack.
Oh, yeah.
Little victory pack of Topps Chrome coming.
Off speed in there for a strike. So we're going to switch up the mojo. We're going to go to a different Topps Chrome. One of my favorite boxes, the Topps Chrome Update Series. And, Kurt, my favorite box, because it's the only box I've ever pulled a redemption card out of. A James Wood rookie debut redemption autograph.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And so I'm pretty excited to get back to this. And the chase of the whole box is obviously those rookie debut patches, which there still are some pretty big ones out there. Roki Sasaki, Jacob Wilson, among a slew of other, talented rookies. Ground ball, high hopper, fielded by Carson, catches it on the second hop. Throw on to first is in time. 1-3 on the put away. Kurt, while we have 2 outs, why don't you just open up your victory pack from the last box of Topps Chrome?
Sounds good. I did bring up a few Lucky Charms tonight since we switched over. I have a few Lucky Charms with me in my pocket here. So let's see if they do anything for me.
A few Lucky Charms.
A few Lucky Charms. You know, another good night, a little Pirate and Princesses night tonight. Starting with a Shane Bieber.
Are you more of a pirate or a princess, Kurt?
What kind of question is that, Sauce?
Cowboys and pirate.
I'm They actually didn't have any Pirates. They were texting me to get into guard for it. But I left all my clothes at home. So little Shane Bieber.
0-1 to Chase Dawson. Skies it out to center field. It's deep. Cole Brandon is there in front of the track. He makes the grab.
We'll go quick. A Max Fried.
Ooh, perspectives.
And perspectives.
Jack Caglione.
Caglione, rookie. And then a Juan Soto, baseball border.
Let's take a look at those when we return after stretch time at Thomas More Stadium. Hey, Hooves Hangout Pitching Change, looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today. 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. New wing into the game will be Tanner Shears, a right-handed pitcher for the Schaumburg Boomers. Shears has some affiliate experience, one of their more lockdown arms out of the bullpen. We mentioned prior that it is a very talented pitching staff through and through for Schaumburg. Shears just one of those guys as well. Caleb Rydell, you guys got to see him here at Thomas More Stadium for the All-Star game. 7.62 ERA, 28 and a third innings pitched, 40 Ks to 24 walks. Shears has had his ups and downs this season, but still has that affiliate experience that was able to steal the eyes of a few scouts that liked what they saw. Back here with the Boomers now, trying to figure something out for hopefully what they're hoping is a long playoff run. Shears was purchased by the Brewers, spent the 2023 to 2025 seasons in the Milwaukee organization. We had Kurt Kramer open up his victory pack from before. Was able to pull a very nice Juan Soto baseball border card. I'll show here to the broadcast.
Show them the good stuff at home.
As well as what I like is a very cool Jack Caglione perspective card. Caglione, one of the top rookie chases in this box. Caglione is great. And again, this one does not count towards our Rip That Pack segment, but it was a victory lap for Kurt Kramer, who won the high number in the office today. That one's in there for strike 1-1 the count to Zach Beadle. Beadle 1 for 2 today, a single back in the third inning. Kurt, so we're going to open up this, Topps Chrome update, very similar in terms of Topps Chrome as well. Just the real thing you're looking for is those redemption cards and anything of the, second half rookies will be in there. So this was a big box for Nick Kurtz of the Oakland Athletics when he debuted last year. Starting off with some insert in the back there. Grant Wolfram will be the first rookie card. Carlos Correa, I have not heard much of him at all this year. Has he just been injured? Did he not sign with the team? 2-1, swing and a miss, top of the zone, 2-2. Brad Lord, when he debuted, a rookie card last year. I think this is one of those Night Terror. Oh, Night Terror Bryce Harper. Well, that's cool for me.
PC for you.
Yeah, nice insert there. Bryce Harper, my Lord and Savior of the Philadelphia Phillies. That's a cool looking card. Night Terror, just one of those inserts for Topps Chrome update, but I'm happy to grab that one. Swing and a miss. Beadle down on strikes for the second time today. Shears picks up his first K.
I mean, Correa not having too bad of a season. He's batting .280 right now, but only 3 home runs.
Yeah, just 122 at bats. So he's definitely not been playing a lot of it.
I was going to say, I actually saw him play this year in Seattle.
You saw him play?
Yeah, well, it's a couple Mariners games. played the Astros.
Just got one I think you might pull the win here on the inserts. A Kyle Stowers, Gage Workman, and a Matt Gorski rookie refractor.
The Sepia.
And then
Camilo Duvall.
that's it.
Yeah. All right, so I'll lock down a win for this one.
Now you owe me a W from the other night.
I put it in there.
Did you?
Yeah.
You put it in there. See, I'm a
solid
man.
dude. Solid dude.
Yeah.
16-14-5, Kurt now.
All right.
Man, I was down 3.
Yep. Nice math.
Man. Somewhat of a whiz. 2-0 upstairs. No good to Cole Brannon. So that's our rep that pack. I'm happy to get, I don't think the Bryce Harper's worth anything, but
Still cool for the PC, though.
cool for the PC without a doubt. And you know what? It's already better than what Zach Jury had pulled out of his box prior.
That's a rough one.
Tell you what, Lake Erie needs to score as many runs as they're scoring against us on Wednesday.
3-0. In there for a strike on the inner corner. 3-1.
You know that Zach's box was just shredded wheats, man. Just absolutely nothing. Not one bit of sugar on top.
Joliet with a 5-3 lead over Windy City. I think at this point, that's what you're watching. Here's the 3-1. Fouls it away now, a full count. It'd be great to catch the Otters. At this point, you pick them on who you got to face in Washington or Schaumburg. Either way, it's entirely reliant on the offense. The Otters end up losing a few, they lose a few. You really got to keep Windy City off your tail. Here's the payoff. This is downstairs. Cole Brannon works a walk, his first time on base today.
This is, you're getting to the point, we don't see this a whole lot because of how Florence has just kind of kept the train moving against some of these poor pitching staffs. This is the spot. You got your 2-3-4 coming up with a runner on base now in the 7th inning. It could be the last time up for this part of the lineup. Down by 2. You got to do something here.
Brings up Brett Blomquist. Blomquist 0 for 3 tonight as well. First pitch to him. Fastball on the outer half. In there for a strike at 93. You really just want to get the bat to your captain once again. Brandon takes off at first and misses way upstairs. He'll be in safely. Stolen base for Cole Brannon.
Yeah, he did a really good job, but he was off before the
Yeah.
wild pitch, obviously. So.
His first stolen base with the Florence Y'all since 2023. Showing off that speed at the top of the order. 1-1 the count with 1 away and a runner in scoring position. Everybody tied up at 7 in the hit column. Florence just hasn't been as productive with their hits. First 3 innings, they struggled to move the guys once they got them on.
Well, I think that's what it is. It's, when they aren't getting hits, the outs have been less productive than Schaumburg's outs have been. Getting runners over, stealing bases.
Wild pitches.
Getting the second's big here, too, at least. Should eliminate the double play ball. Was Eisler on deck?
Yeah, that's very good. The 1-1 to Blomquist. Swing and a miss, way behind, 92.
He wanted to tie that game.
Yeah, he did. Try and shorten it up here. That was 92, just hard of the plate. Shears saying, hit my fastball. Straight over the top, 17 inches of vertical break. 1-2. Lays off it upstairs. Same fastball. No spin rate really on the fastball. 1834 is. That's low for a fastball. Two and 2. Deuce is wild. Bottom of the 7th. Florence trails 4-2. Pickoff attempt first. Florence Y'all's sound crew doing a good job.
TC Pop playing into it a little bit. Said that's a stinker.
Any word from TC on his pulls tonight?
2-2. This is inside. Yeah, TC had a little bit of Allen and Ginter that he was going through, but I think he also had some Donruss.
Doubled up on us.
Yeah, he had to figure out what he was going to rip.
I'll tell you, we haven't ripped any Ginter in a minute. But
We ripped it once on the broadcast, and I think I was just like, eh.
I mean,
Once I was pulling birds, payoff, fouled over our heads.
I mean, no kidding. You at one point, I think you pulled the old Toucan Sam.
Yeah. just ridiculous stuff.
Old Fruit Loops character there came out of that Allen and Ginter.
I only would have ripped Ginter to get the Larry David autograph card. I think it was pulled already. I'm a big Larry David. Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld.
Who doesn't love Larry David? Big fan as well here.
Full count. The payoff to Blomquist. He skies one high and deep out towards left field. Clark will just watch it fly. This game is tied. 102, 403 on the distance. Blomquist, 15th blast of the season.
A big swing, Brett. You just knew he was going to come through in some sort of big way in this game. You don't keep him quiet for much. And he was 0 for 3 before this at-bat. Fouled off a couple of pitches and just worked a really nice at-bat. Got a pitch at the top of the zone and just punished him for it.
Sent that one deep into the night.
I don't have any shirts. I might throw my pretzel down.
There you go.
That's good. Four ball game. Back into the shift against Hank Zeisler. Leaves that left side of the infield wide open. First pitch to him. In there for a strike on the outer half, missing off the plate by an inch.
Sounded good too. I mean, that was
Yeah,
just
it did.
Picture perfect.
One of the higher home runs we've seen. I mean, that was way up there.
I mean, crunch time. Corn pops right off the bat.
All right, yeah, I like that.
0-1 misses outside.
Now you're going to pitch around Zeisler a little bit. Just he hits a homer and then.
Tell you what, I've been surgical with my T-shirt tosses today. Not a lot of zip on them today, just some lofts, like Tom Brady in 2025.
Well, you're like Tom Brady. You have manipulated your shirts
1-1. You're right.
to make
but
them
they're not,
easier to throw.
They're not deflated, they're inflated.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, one's illegal, one's not.
There's no rule book for T-shirt toss.
Is there? Is there not? Why don't you look behind you? I wrote the rules behind
I'll write some right now.
behind that y'all's flag.
And you will not be grandfathered in, I'll say that.
2-1, swing and a miss. Whoa. Ended up with just one hand on the bat, that forehand. I am out of T-shirts now, though. And you're right. Once you're out of T-shirts, though, it's not even worth it going back in because the intern T-shirts, they just blow up.
And I'm pretty sure we were given a set amount at the beginning of the season.
You are.
And we have scored a lot more than more normal teams do. So we might be T-shirtless the last week of the season.
We'll have to look at how many runs we scored in the 97th game. See how this offense stacks up with years past. 2-2. That one's fouled away. Obviously, this offense extremely talented. But we were looking through our 2025 team card pack just a couple days ago, and man, you're talking about a high-powered offense all the way through.
You had Anthony Bricado to this sort of lineup.
Bricado, you had TJ Reeves. At a time, you had Steven Hrustich, Dalton Davis, Blazo Sabin, 2-2 upstairs. Dalen Thompson, Hunter Henry, Mike Ballard. And that's an all-star crew.
Can't start all those guys. One of those guys is going to be sitting on the bench.
At a time, we did start all those guys.
I saw Dylan Baker back half of the year.
Baker,
Tyler Shaney felt.
Yep. Well, you add, you add these guys into it. That one's fouled away again. Shaney felt, Baker, Bobo, Zaid. I guess that's it on the offense, right? Just 3 returners on the offense?
I think so.
Four returners. Full count. Still on that shift for Schaumburg. Here's the payoff. Off speed, misses upstairs. Second walk of the inning for Shears.
Zeisler sees a lot of those. I actually do respect Shears for putting together that pretty good at bat against it before the walk.
Some action in the Schaumburg bullpen.
If Bell and Snow White down the third base line on the concourse.
Yeah. Gonna get a meeting on the mound. That is Jamie Bennett. And they will make a change. Moves hang out pitching change when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Hoops Hangout pitching change, looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hoops Hangout today at 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. It'll be Holland Towns, the new wing for Schaumburg. Set to face Zade Richardson with a runner on first and one away. Final line for Tanner Shears, unofficial right now. A third of an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 walks, and a K. He's on tap for Zeisler on first. Richardson has had a good day at the plate, 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
He usually does.
Zeisler with a rolling lead over at first. He's caught between first and second. Tag applied, and he is picked off. Have not seen much of that this year.
He tried that in last weekend at Brockton, and it worked. With a new pitcher coming into the game, literally the exact same thing. Maybe left a little later that last time. But is it worth it? I just don't know.
Was that in a go-ahead run situation?
It was not. It was like up 7 runs or something like that. Tell you what, though, that's a couple of mistakes today for Florence. They're just kind of mind-boggling.
That one in there for a strike on the outer half. Still a 5-3 game there in Windy City. That one missed about half an inch outside. It's in a big zone here tonight. 0-1. Laces it out towards center field, dropping quickly and in for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Zane Richardson. Immediately think you'd have a runner in scoring position.
Yep. Be a tough one to swallow.
It brings up Brendan Bobo. Single back in the second. He's 1 for 3. Talk about another guy that might be able to provide some pop. Florence has a righty warming up. I gotta assume that's Danny Hines. Looks like a tall righty. It could be the new guy. That'd be a tough situation to bring John.
Costa's not very tall.
Yeah, that's a fair point as well. 1-0. Punched out towards right field. In comes Talia. Drops in front of him for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for Florence. Runners first and second. And 2 away.
Pretty good pieces of hitting. You want to say it?
No, I don't. I don't. Garrett Broussard coming up to the plate. Let's just, we'll forget about that we had a guy on.
First, second, 2
Yeah.
outs. A big situation to tie game. I agree.
Look at the bat boy for Florence going out and getting that gear off of Brendan Bobo. That's great stuff.
Yeah.
Shiny red helmet, too. First pitch to Broussard. He fouls it away. Fastball middle, 92. I don't know if Broussard thought he'd get such a good-looking pitch right away. Broussard's had a great night at the plate. 2 for 3, a double back in the 4th. Single his last time up in the 6th. Look back at second. Here's the 0-1. Top of the zone. About half an inch up and a called strike. Some words from the Florence dugout.
Now, did he call the strike on that, or did the batter go?
No, called strike.
Yeah.
Richardson, the runner on second. He is the go-ahead run. 0-2 pitch. Top of the zone, no good. Got to wait for the call, though. Always got to wait for the call.
We had some tough ones on the road. Will Naleski. Guy likes to wait. Call strike 3.
We haven't seen this crew in a while.
I don't think I remember this crew at Thomas More Stadium. I remember Juan Rodriguez in another crew.
1-2, fouls it away. Yeah, they did switch up the crews a little.
But these other two, these are the first times I'm hearing their names.
Definitely got to applaud Kevin Furman, the director of umpiring this season. He's really been switching everything up and trying to put out the best product for the Frontier League.
There's a lot more strategy and thought that goes into it than people think.
Oh, yeah. One and 2. Towns a look at second. Middle of the rubber. The 1-2 pitch fouls it away. Broussard doing a good job staying alive.
I think somebody lost a drink on that ledge.
Well, you
after
know
the net,
what?
too.
Well, you know what? You can't say we don't warn them.
Nope.
No drinks there on that edge. We got a bunch on the left side. Remember one time during one of the Thirsty Thursdays, young man down on the third base side. Just a million Sun Cruisers on that wall.
That's easy to do.
It's
They're good.
real easy to do, yeah. Tell me about it. After that rain delay, that rain out yesterday, we stayed back, and a couple Sun Cruisers went down a little too easy as well.
I dropped a bowl of cereal off this winter.
What?
Yep. Eating a bowl of grape nuts over on the corner, and one of our good ops guys said something, and sure enough, dropped my bowl right off.
What are you talking about?
I'll put $500 if that didn't happen.
Grape nuts? What are grape nuts? Here's the 1-2. Ooh, slider misses high and inside. Are grape nuts a real cereal?
That is a real cereal.
Yeah.
Is that a Midwest cereal?
Sauce wasn't even here this winter.
I would put my hard-earned money on the fact that probably did not happen.
So Core and I had to paint the suites this year. That was pretty fun, but yeah.
2-2. Broussard skies one out towards left field. Clark all over it in front of the warning track. He makes the grab. To end the inning, a big 2-run homer from Brett Blomquist. Florence picks up 3 hits in the inning. Strands 2 on base.
I feel like I can't leave, Roar.
No, you can't. We'll see you back in the top of the 8th. It's a tie ball game when we return. Phillies' famous recipe chicken pitching change. 2 shutdown innings from Will Karsten. No hits, no runs, a walk, and no Ks. They'll hand the ball off to the righty, Danny Heinz, in a tie ball game 4-4 as we enter the top of the 8th. 7, 8, 9 due up for Schaumburg. Jeff Nickel, Will Prater, and Cole Smith. This game is tied up for the first time today. Florence really had been trailing. I think maybe a bracelet on Danny Heinz. He just had to throw it to the dugout. I had the Apple Watch out there. And I've certainly been a victim of that as well. There was one time I realized I had it on and nobody had stopped me. And I was like, man, I got the Apple Watch on right now. First pitch is in there for a strike. Danny Heinz has just been locked down ever since joining the Yalls. 9 2/3 of shutdown baseball for Florence. He has quickly moved into a high leverage reliever for the Yalls. 7 walks to 12 Ks. That one's punched down the first baseline, a bloop single, as the go-ahead run immediately aboard and Jeff Nickel.
Yeah, we've certainly seen him get some guys on base, despite the scoreless innings.
That was the 5th hit he's allowed in 9 2/3.
He'll walk some batters.
Brings up the lefty Will Prater. So Florence has used Karsten, Lynch, and now Heinz. They have McAvoy, Lotus, Jones, Costa, and Whitesell available today. That one's in there for a strike. Now, I've heard everyone call him John Costa, but it could be Costa. I just haven't had the chance to talk to him yet.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you.
I mean, I've heard.
I don't even remember what did I say Costa?
Yeah, but I would, Diego Costa.
I would say the Costas. Honestly, the only Costas I know go by Costa.
That one's laced into center field. In comes Brandon. It hops in front of him for a base hit. Runners first and second. First 2 reach base on singles. It's still the bottom of the order, giving fits to Florence.
All year. It really just has been all year. They've played some really good offenses. That's how it goes. Heinz got his work cut out for him. Maybe his biggest threat of giving up a run in his start with Florence.
Yeah. They'll head to Cole Smith before facing a talented top of the order. Smith today 1 for 2 with a single back in the 4th. A hit by pitch his last time up. Hank Zeisler's going to come in pretty close, trying to defend a bunt. He does show, misses inside, and it's free bases. Zach Beadle could not come on. It's a pass ball on Beadle. Second and third, and this one getting out of hand a little bit.
It's only on a bunt attempt, throw more inside. I would need to see again exactly how far inside that was. Again, it was off of Beadle's glove.
Yeah, I think he catches that 99 out of 100 times. The only thing is that he would have thought it was too close to the batter.
Possibly.
The 1-0. You're at a point right now, Single's going to bring home 2.
Yeah.
So Heinz has really got to bear down here. I mean, you don't want to say you're in search of a K, but kind of need it.
Would help. Grounder to one of the 4 infielders who were in.
Infield pop. The 1-1. Fouls it away. Here's the 1-2. Seen that been called today, but not in this at-bat. 2-2.
It'd be a big time to call it, too. It's a good looking pitch.
Yeah, it is.
And it's still a good one in the 1-2.
2-2 the count. 2-2. Fouls it away.
This is a battle right here. Both guys understanding what they need. Heinz a swing and a miss. Smith ball in the air.
Two-two. Slider. Misses outside.
There's a riot around the zone.
Yeah.
It's outside. It's a good call.
It's outside, but the zone has just been so absurdly large today that it just has to be called. It's got to be called both ways.
Yeah.
Payoff. Into center field. That'll bring home one. They're going to wave around Prater. Throw coming to the plate. It's offline. Throw on to second is in time. 2 runs come across. The damage is done. It's 6-4 Schaumburg. You're gifted and out on Cole Smith, but the damage is done. You now are chasing 2. 3 hits from the 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, head up, great play there for Beetle, but 79 just continued to kill Florence. We talked about it enough.
So that'll go 8-2-6 on the putout. Bases empty, 1 away. Toby Hall going to have a word. Needed McAvoy. Going to end up in the bullpen. Danny Heinz has surrendered his first runs of the season, his first runs of the summer, really.
Yeah.
Jet Lotus will warm up first. Seen some crazy games between these two teams. Maybe not so much this year. Years past at Thomas More Stadium. A lot of walk-off grand slams against the Boomers.
Feels like there have been some, blowouts between these two teams this year.
7 is the magic number in these matchups. 17-4, 7-3, 7-4, 7-4, 15-7, 8-4. That's the game so far against the Boomers. Florence with 2 walk-offs in the series to end 2025. Had a walk-off home run from TJ Reeves in game 1, and then a walk-off sac fly from Hunter Henry to end the season for Florence. Alec Craig, top of the order. Nobody on, 1 out. That one's fouled away.
Lawrence's dugout's giving it to him a little bit. We saw a long conversation between him and Hull walking back to the dugout. After that foul ball had to go, saying no more to the Florence dugout.
As they should be. It's in a very inconsistent zone from Juan Rodriguez tonight. 0-1. It's got to be called.
I mean, that is absolutely a strike.
1-1.
I don't really know where the zone's been today.
I do. That one misses out. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Craig out of his shoes. 1 for 3 today with a walk and a run scored. Danny Heinz trying to figure things out. Has been his toughest opponent so far as a member of the Florence Yells. The lone team above 500.
Yeah.
2-2. Fouls it away.
Depending on where Windy City is that day. But at the time, they were under 500.
Yeah. Maybe that plays into an 11-game win streak for Florence, but, you know, you're only as good as the teams you're playing on your schedule.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 11 in a row, no matter who it's against, is still pretty absurd.
2-2. Skied out towards left field. It's going to send Brodell back in front of the warning track. He does track down the second out of the inning. Tell you what, I'd like to play the Atlantic 102 times. 9-3 against them this year. Toby Hall going to make a slow walk out, and that'll do it for Danny Heinz. It's his first time he's been pulled so far this season. Jet Lotus, the new Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change. When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Back here in the top of the 8th, there's 2 away. Jet Lotus just trying to close out this inning. Toby Hall was opting for Lotus against Fitzgerald here. Heinz was just one batter away from getting out. Did have the damage, I guess, if you're looking at it, 3 hits plus a long fly out. Schaumburg was seeing him pretty well. Ends up with 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 hits. 2 runs, and is on tap for the loss if Florence is unable to come back. 2 pitches in, that one's flying out to right. Brendan Bobo makes the grab. To end the inning, Florence 6 outs to play with. Can they come back when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN? Bottom half of the 8th inning. 6-4 Schaumburg lead. Florence playing from behind. Let's see if they can come back. I've certainly gotten to more of a swing of things here at middle to end of the game. Picked up 2 runs. It's been the long ball that's helped them out. A homer from Zeisler in the 6th, then a 2-run shot from Blomquist in the 7th that tied the game. The Yalls couldn't hang on to a tie game for 3 batters. It's Marcus Brodell, Dylan Baker, and Zach Beadle, 7-8-9 for Florence. Schaumburg 7-8-9 did the damage for them. Can Florence follow suit? Still Hall and Towns on the mound for the Boomers.
You're setting up for Caleb Rydell to come in this game likely too.
You do got a strike here in the 8th. That's what you're feeling.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
First pitch to Brodell is in there for a strike, 91. Middle in. Brodell's had a great day today, 1 for 2 with a single. Sacrifice fly as well. Stranded at second in the 6th. 0-1 misses downstairs. Florence is stranded 8 on base today. Five of them in scoring position. 1-1. Fouls it away, 1-2. Pretty successful Pirates and Princesses night, I would say.
Yeah.
Gonna get even more back tomorrow with Latin Heritage Night.
Should be a good one.
Florence will be donning some new Latin Heritage jerseys. Off-speed, college strike 3. Back door.
Another rocking Saturday in the house, too, with Jetpack Academy coming back.
Jetpack Academy.
Always a favorite here at Thomas More.
Brings up Dylan Baker, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Pair of strikeouts his last 2 times up. We got any remedy for how we can fix the current Saturday night, rockin' Saturday? That one's skied out to center field. It's well hit. Smith all the way to the wall. He's not going to get there. One hops up and over for a ground rule double. That was a long track down from Smith. He could not corral it. Honestly, just took a wrong route. Ended up a little behind him.
Yeah, I don't think he would have had a chance on that ball anyway, but yeah, he was pretty far up. I mean,
take another look. Hey, ran the wrong, was just a little off base.
But Baker just taking one to the deepest part of the ballpark.
Yeah, 99 off the bat, 379 on the distance. He gets his first hit of the day and immediately brings the tying run up. Voice of the Schaumburg Boomers talking about at the bottom of the order, help them out. Let's see if Florence can continue swinging and miss top of the zone. It's a 1 for 3 line for Beadle. He has struck out as well in his last 2 plate appearances, but singled back in the 3rd.
It's another simple Beadle at bat here. Punch it opposite way.
Well, that's where he likes to go in that right center gap. 1-1. Misses inside. Nobody warming in the Florence pen. It's going to be Jet Lotus going out there. I would assume unless they tie the game or take a lead. 1-1. Check swing all the way around. Caleb Rydell will start.
Lotus got the best numbers out of any reliever outside of Danny Heinz this year.
100%.
I think it could be someone you leave in there if you do tie it or get a lead.
I don't even know if that's Rydell. No, that's Tom Vincent, number 11, lefty.
I had seen, not exactly how much, but Rydell has pitched a lot recently.
1-2. This is downstairs at 91. Could play into a big piece of this game. I'd enjoy if they threw Tanner Shears back out there.
I don't think the rules allow that one.
Softball you can. Look back at second. 2-2 to Beadle. Off speed, top of the zone. No. Called strike 3. That was a delayed call. definitely a delayed strike call. Take another look.
We saw one earlier today.
That was so delayed. 2 strikeouts looking in the 8th. Regardless if it's a strike or not, you do have to protect with 2 late in the game. And I'm not one that usually helps out umpires.
No, you don't.
Top of the order for Cole Brandon. Wouldn't this be a nice welcome back to Florence moment? He's able to come up big here. He's got 8 homers on the season. Little meeting on the mound here. Trying to give Tom Vincent some more time to warm up. Come up with a plan for Brandon. There's 2 away and a runner in scoring position. Back in the days where Jake Joyce was pitching, that's the pitching coach now for Schaumburg, but back when he was still pitching for the Boomers, 2025, 2024 as well. Allowed a lot of walk-offs to the Yalls here.
Maybe he's giving him tips on how to do it.
I'd hope so. Go tell him how you threw to T.J. Reeves. Here's the 0-1. Misses downstairs. 1-1 is the count to the lefty, Brandon. Worked a walk and came home to score on the 2-run homer from Brett Blomquist. His last time up. Blomquist awaits on deck. Florence trying to get the 2-3-4 part of this order up. 1-1. Rope down the right field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Coming in to score is Baker. On the way to second is Brandon. He's going to turn and look for 3. Throw to the cutoff. Now to third. Tag applied in time. Will Prater with an adjustment tag. A relay over at third. Brandon trying to stretch it to an RBI triple. A run comes home to score at 6-5 as we head to the top of the 9th when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the 9th. It's a 1-run ball game. Jet Lotus will stay in. 3 outs to play with on both sides. First pitch corked up the middle. Through for a base hit.
Yeah, Schaumburg has just started off innings so well today against Florence. Getting leadoff guys on.
Anthony Calarco gets his first hit of the day.
And they've done an awesome job with less than 2 outs getting him over.
Calarco's night is done. Christian Fedko will come in and act as the pinch runner. That'd be huge in a extra innings affair. Of course, Christian Fedko also still very good. Not the same pop as Calarco, though. They go for speed, trying to get an insurance run. Juan Rodriguez with the delayed call of the pinch runner, about 5 minutes late. Kellum Clark at the plate. He's 2 for 3, with an RBI single and a run scored. A walk back in the 5th. First pitch to him way outside. So Florence going to opt to keep Lotus out there. Lotus, you mentioned, with some of the best stats out of the bullpen. Not their 9th inning guy, but I think if you already feel like you used Hines, you've used Karsten.
Save McAvoy at least a little bit.
Yeah, to save McAvoy, that one's fouled away, until you actually had a lead or we're in a tie game. Can understand the logic there. You have Jones, Costa, and Whitesell as well. Ground ball right side, fielded by Brett Blomquist. Only play is 2 first. Runner moves into second. Insurance run in scoring position now. 4-3 on the putaway. Man, this is a barn burner. In Windy City, it's now 9-8 Joliet. All my faith in the Slammers. Bottom of the 6th.
Oh, you got to feel good about that, right?
4-1 top 9. Final out for Lake Erie. Joe Redfield, I mean. Let's go deep one time.
They got any runners on?
I think they just got a hit. It's 4-1 still. Runners first and second. Jared Watkins at the plate over in that game. It's Banks Tallway here. He's 0 for 4 tonight. After that single from Anthony Calarco, he's the lone boomer to not reach base. 0-1, check swing. Goes all the way around, but they're not going to call it that way.
Just want to think he might be able to get behind the plate.
It's a weird thing from the Frontier League umpiring crew where they, they need to have a guy on the line whenever that person is supposed to be appealing. That's who should be there. 0-1, swing and a miss. You can't call an appeal from middle of the field.
So you're just saying they should add an extra umpire?
I mean, yeah, an extra umpire would be great, but in the case that you're 3, you have your guy down third base right now. He can go middle way and move the first base umpire back over to the right side with a lefty at the plate. Just keep switching lefty-righty.
I see what you're saying.
Unless they're afraid to get steps, is that a rule?
Maybe. I think it's just all about what the next call is. Which is why there's a guy on second, possible close pick over there, and then takes off for third. Guy's at third. But I see where you're coming from.
2-2. This is downstairs. What about this piece of technology? You wear a watch, and anytime the ball crosses the strike zone, it vibrates instantly. Strike.
Maybe the bat crosses the plane, or
anytime the ball crosses the plane or whatever it is, to call a strike correctly. That way you don't need ABS. Payoff, swing and a miss. 2 outs in the inning. First K of the day for Jet Lotus.
go, Chet. You making that technology?
You might be onto something.
I might be onto something.
You might
right?
make some money.
Yeah. Got to wait for ABS. They have a wristband going.
Just
a little electrical shock. Yeah.
Strike.
That doesn't have to be electrical. Just a little vibration. I guess an MLB stadium would be, could get loud and you wouldn't feel it possibly, but if anyone knows how to develop that, feel free, hit my line.
You're going to condition the umps because they're getting so many of those a day. I mean, they're going to be walking around town during the day with their phone in their pocket, get a text, and go straight.
I like that idea too. The 1-0 in there. That'd be great. The 1-1. Ground ball right side. Gloved on the backhand from Zeisler. Throw on a first, covering is in time. Jet Lotus, tip of the cap. He strands the insurance run in scoring position. Florence with 3 outs to play with. Do they have any magic in them tonight? When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the 9th, Florence trying to get a walk-off winner here at Thomas More Stadium on a beautiful Friday night in Florence, Kentucky. Do they have any magic left in them? 6-5 is the score. They have scored runs in their last 3 innings. Have scored runs in 4 of their last 5. They'll have the heart of the order at the plate. Brett Blomquist, Hank Zeisler, and Zade Richardson. On the other side, it's the all-star Caleb Rydell and lefty coming in to face them. He has been dominant this season for Schaumburg. You saw him back here at Thomas More Stadium in the All-Star game. This season, Caleb Rydell, 1-4 record, 9 saves, 34 2/3 innings pitched, 10 walks to 53 Ks, and a 3.12 ERA. The strikeout stuff is incredible with a 13.76 team high K per 9. First pitch to Blomquist, swinging away, skies it out towards right field. Tolley all the way to the warning track. He does have a beat on it, makes the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Ball did just keep carrying a little bit more than I thought, but obviously not enough.
Brings up the captain, Hank Zeisler. Not a walk-off scenario for Hank, but did have such a couple weeks ago against Joliet. Captain clutch. Not as egregious a shift. Wave off the pitch clock there. First pitch to Zeisler. This is downstairs. 1-0. Zeisler 1 for 3 today. Had the home run in the 6th. The walk his last time up. Here's the 1-0. This is outside. Catches inside, outside. 1-1. That one looked further out than the other one, but it did connect.
Yeah, that one was fully in the zone. I agree with you, though.
Zeisler will call time with a 1-1 count. Not a moment where, Schaumburg would obviously do it, but they want to throw to Zeisler. They get him. Fly out to center field all over that Smith. Makes the grab for out number 2. Florence down to their final out.
That's Caleb Rydell. Just finds ways to get outs, all different kinds of ways this year.
First pitch to Rydell to Richardson. This is outside. Zade with 2 hits today, trying to be the hero. the 1-0. In there for a strike. One. Off speed, top of the zone. No, in there for a strike.
It's a good looking pitch.
Yeah, it is. .722 spin rate, splitter upstairs. Wiffle ball, that's 350 feet. 1-2, swing and a miss, blows it by him. 1-2-3 save. He shuts down the heart of the order. Florence loses 6-5. Barn burner game. The loss will go to Danny Heinz. Save to Rydell. And the win to Holland Towns. Heinz gets his first runs against him. Critical 2 runs there in the 8th, just when you tied it up. Gives it right back. Didn't have his best stuff today, but better stuff on the horizon for the tall righty. Florence couldn't piece it together until the end of the game. Had some opportunities early. They're only able to scratch a run across first 5 innings that eventually turned to life in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. We got fireworks coming up as immediately as possible. So your final thoughts, Ben?
Just a few too many fundamental mistakes that we haven't seen a ton from Florence this year. You had a Broussard, weird throw over to second that resulted in an error. Cole Brannon making the 3rd out over at third base after driving in a run. Hank Zeisser with that weird play off of first base. Again, I don't see it a whole lot for this Florence team, but that's what good teams will do to you, just make you make those mistakes. I'll be back trying to win a series on Saturday and Sunday.
You will see a new pitcher in for Florence, the professional debut of Ryan Fury, and he's going to have his work cut out for him against the talented Schaumburg Boomers offense. We'll see what we get from the rookie on the mound. It's Cole Zafiro for the Boomers, 0-3, but a 4.64 ERA. That plays any day of the week here in the Frontier League. And then you get Buddy Pindell on Sunday, so you really got to figure, hey, we need this one tomorrow, force what's going to be a tough rubber match on Sunday, or else, possibly get out the brooms at your own spot. That would not be a fun sight for this Florence team that has playoff aspirations. Either way, it was a competitive ball game, 6-5, and one that certainly had that excitement. 2 home runs in the ball game. I mean, that one from Brett Blomquist really got this place roaring. And special shout out to the Florence faithful, because that was as good a moment as ever that you've seen here at Thomas More Stadium. Better things on the horizon for Florence. Hopefully they can come back tomorrow and wash it away with a win. That'll do it for us here in the press bucket. Rory Tettemer joined by Ben Hauer and Kurt Kramer saying so long from Thomas More Stadium. And until next time, y'all have a good night.